Good evening, folks. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a lovely weekend and didn't get up to anything too outrageous. You guys are good. Oh dear me. Right. So what happened last time? Well, last time we saw Sid perish. We became the new leader of the from our band of rebels. The old rebel camp was destroyed. There's loads of chaos going on. We are now in a whole new base with a whole new set of characters. And now we are Sidolphus, or we've been called Sid for some reason. I don't know why we took his name on, but we took his name on. And then we were about to get a load of lore information, because we're about to do a load of lore reading and have some fun with it. Anyway, hope you guys all had a lovely weekend. And obviously, if you enjoy my content, please throw a like and subscribe my way, as it really does help my channel grow and flourish. Alternatively, you can find me on Twitter at @HellArtStitch, posting various news and updates. And with that said, let's move over to the chat, shall we? Right. Just make sure that's done. Right. Captured. Hello, buddy. Welcome to the party, pal. Well, let me welcome you guys.
Welcome to the party, pal.
There we go. Oh, yes. Welcome to the party. Sticky. DM. How's it cooking, dude?
Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party. How you doing, bro? I'm doing okay. Had an okay weekend. What about you, mate? Did you have a good one? Hello, officially captured. Mr. X. Welcome as well, dude.
Pal.
Welcome to the party. Hello, DM. Hello, tcgstitch. Hi, Mr. X and DM. Hello. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me again on another amazing Monday where I am sweating my nuts off in my room. Sweating, panting, tired. It's Monday. It's shit day. I feel like I got nothing done today at work. Because I was basically doing shit that should have already been finished. But anyway. How's you guys' day been? You been good? You been having a good one? Doing nothing dodgy? Do hope you guys have been being good. As long as you guys are good, I can get through my day. It's basically. And Harpocrates, whatever the fuck. Hippocrates? Is that what his name is? Whatever. I just read the exact word. Harpocrates. Harpocrates. Hippocrates. Whatever the fuck.
Is there something I might assist you with, Clive?
Didn't we read all this?
Look around you.
While it is a far cry from the Imperial Library in Oriflamme, in 5 short years we have amassed more volumes than most men or women might hope to see in their lifetime. No longer are the tales they contain hidden away from all but the privileged. We have liberated them, that they may find the minds of all who hunger for knowledge. Still, there is much more out there, and as long as I draw breath, I shall continue to gather what I can.
Why?
One day, a chronicle of your own adventures might even grace these shelves, or failing that, the floor. Thank you for talking to me about the hideaway. tcgstitch, remember to admire feminine shapes and womanly curves with respect. 3 adult waifus, Benedicta and Jill, and lastly the Dame aka Isabella. Well, they're not on screen, are they, Mr. X? I mean, I don't know when we're going to see them again. Benedicta's dead. Jill, okay. Maybe Jill. But, I mean, she's wearing a... How can you see her feminine shapes? You can't see them. She's wearing like a full-on dress. I mean, it's very difficult to appreciate that. At least for me. If we're talking about a bodysuit that's really tight, then I get you. I mentioned you in one of my videos, did you? I need to watch your... I've got to be honest with you, mate. I've been a bit shit at looking at content. I poked my head in at the end of Ben's stream a minute ago, but that was it. DM always streams, and I always fucking miss his stuff. It really pisses me off, because I try and go on there, but he streams so late, I can't watch. I watch for like 10 minutes and I fall asleep. I'm just like, ugh. It's like 4 AM. But yeah, I'm going to have to stop by one of your streams. Do you stream Captured? You do stream, don't you? Are you still doing Mario Party? Can't believe I got mentioned. Stitchy's getting famous. Nah. Starting from side quest, spring, move and talk or find. Yeah, I know. Well, we've got to do the lore first.
Certainly.
It has been difficult, certainly, when Titan visited his wrath upon us on that dreadful night. We lost much. He robbed us not only of our home, but our loved ones. But of course, but of that which Sid fought fiercest to preserve, our hope. Hope that we might never have found again, had you not taken his name. I don't know why we took his name. I've got to be honest with you. Can't you just take on his cause? You can take on his cause and not take his name. Unless Sid and Clive were married at some point. I don't know. Maybe they were. Maybe there was a ceremony. Maybe it's in the law somewhere. Maybe there's a wedding law where Sid and Clive got married, and that's why he took his name. Who knows? He's going to take his name and become our light in the darkness.
Have you not let us hear?
To Benamir and the Invincible, where among the ghosts of the fallen our journey can continue. Here in the belly of the Leviathan, untouched by the passing of 1,000 years, does our hope burn brighter than ever, and here may it burn for 1,000 more. Okay. 1,000 more times. Fucking hell, then we've been dealing with like 20,000 times or some shit. Hell man, it's the best time for me to stream. I know, but it's still shit. I can't, it's just, I wish I could stay and talk longer. I'm just usually knackered by the time you've done it. Oh, I have bad luck when it comes to your streams, mate. I've got to be honest with you. You have your own channel, is okay. Just wanted to mention your channel in the video description as a way of appreciating your channel. I appreciate you captured. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah. It's always nice when someone calls you out. I do appreciate it, my friend. Yeah, again, I need to stop by your streams more. Fucking, I'm terrible. I'm terrible. Not really, but better than getting distracted by other surroundings. Yeah. I don't know. I just, whenever, especially when people give me their time, I just want to, it's always nice to be able to reciprocate and, again, check out what they're streaming, check out different games. Sometimes you stumble onto, what a person's streaming and watch what they're streaming, and you go, oh, I wouldn't mind giving that a go. Like, recently, I think I watched someone doing a stream of, the new Street Fighter game, and I ended up buying it, just thinking, you know what, I want to give that a look, because I haven't done a fighter in ages. And yeah, again, it just makes you think about games, playing a different game, because they're having so much fun. You kind of want to be I want to be having that much fun, But yeah, forgetting about Benedict tcgstitch, she'll appear in an important cutscene. Well, I haven't seen the game in a while, Mr. X, so if I'm missing a cutscene, okay, all right, I'll mention it when it appears. Anytime. I appreciate all the same captured. It really is appreciated, my friend. Did you have a good weekend at the very least? Have you been playing more Mario Party? I think I read one of the messages on the Discord that your voice is finally in a video, so I am going to check that out. As for Jill, be patient and complete all the side quests from the base game tcgstitch. Oh, well, I will. Oh, and about my channel, mate, it's okay. Nah. I like to check out what other people are doing. I'm just shockingly bad at it. It's not because I feel obligated to. It's because I actually want to. See, there's no obligation felt because I know I can't visit everyone's streams. It's just physically not possible. But every once in a while, it's just nice to go to see what someone else is streaming. And again, I've met some lovely people on here and on Twitch and elsewhere. And, when you go there, you meet other people who are just as nice. And then, again, you mix with communities, don't you? And that's a good vibe. It's nice to do it. More than anything, like I said, it's just nice to be able to mix with different people, talk about shit, Need soon, short break, about 15 minutes, and we'll come back. Nice, Mr. X. You do your thing, buddy. Don't you sweat it at all. I was okay, yes. I finished Mario Party. Did you actually win this time, though? That's the question. Did you actually win? If you win, I'll be impressed. Because they were kicking your ass when I watched before. Ask about Tet and Crow.
I still remember.
The day I first met Tet and Crow, chasing their father out the hideaway. One moment, clinging to their mother's kirtle in the next. Okay. Twins' love for their parents was something to behold, so fierce and pure when they passed. I feared the void they left in the children's lives could never be filled. Neither spoke nor smiled for years, hiding themselves away here in the shelves to bury their sorrows in the leaves of these
And
titles.
thank goodness they did.
For I believe the stories proved a welcome distraction as over time their pain faded, and now they laugh and frolic as they once did, if not with more vigour. They remind us that no matter how deep our wounds, we all have the capacity to heal. It's the kids, isn't it? And that happiness lost may be found again. Well, I don't know. Parents' death is a deep wound, I would say. I did win a few. I think 3 I won. Jesus Christ.
I have a few new notes that might interest you.
Yeah, but did you actually win the whole game? Or did you just, like, get some stars?
I have quite the find for you today.
Oh, some new entries. Oh, 2 whole new entries.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Well, okay, we've got a lore dump that we've got to have here. More has been added to Clive. Right, I think we read... Alright, where did we get to? This is another thing, right? This is one of the things I've noticed. It doesn't label which ones you've actually read. So, it adds extra tabs to these things, but then doesn't point out what's new. See, look, from here then, I'd assume it's these 2 that are new, because it says 5 years on. Sid's calls to free all the Valisthea from its bonds, like those between man and Mother Crystal. Right. Ernsey is indeed the dominant Ifrit, the one who took his brother's life, anxious to atone from his crimes and filled with righteous anger after witnessing the massacre at Eastpool. He pledges himself to Sid's cause to free all of Valisthea from its bonds, not only between bearer and master, but those between man and Mother Crystal. Right, I think that's where we went up to with him. The whole game. You won the whole game. Oh fucking. Okay, I want to see that video. I'm gonna check it out afterwards, because yeah, I don't buy it. I don't buy it captured. They were kicking your ass so bad when you did it for the last time I watched. You must have got either very lucky and landed on all the stars, because I'm telling you, that wouldn't have been a quick thing. Were they shorter games? tcgstitch and DM new hot and fresh info. Chun-Li new sexy one-piece type fighting swimsuit skin. Upset all woke. Part Street Fighter 6 player count doubles after swimsuit. There's a swimsuit update on Street Fighter 6. Huh. Okay. I got some costumes when I bought Street Fighter 6, but I didn't install them because I got it on the Switch 2, and the data it was consuming was astronomical. So I'm selling my Switch 2 version just so I can get it on the Steam Deck. I've got more space on my Steam Deck. It's absolutely a no-brainer. The fact I bought it on the Switch 2, I'm actually kicking myself because I've got a copy of the game that I bought thinking, I don't know why I'm buying this because it's digital. It's a keycard game. So I'm going to have to install 50 gigs worth onto my bloody Switch 2, which I don't really have a lot of space to be giving up anyway. And now I'm selling it on. It's craziness. Needed my head examined. But yeah, I got some character skins as a freebie with it, but I haven't installed anything. The base costumes were fine for the initial look I did anyway. Ah, I got better. You got better. Right, I need proof. I need proof. I'm gonna have to check it out. Is it still the same one? Is it Mario Party 2 that you're playing? Chun-Li's fighting abilities need to be admired in my outfit, D. I imagine it's a very risque outfit. We'll give it a check out. I'm sure I'll do a fun play of it at some point just to keep you guys happy. Alright, Clive Rosfield, an Imperial Bearer turned ally of Sid the Outlaw. In truth, however, he is something much more. Not only the firstborn of the Archduke of Rosaria, but also the dominant of Ifrit, with the ability to absorb the powers of other icons. In the 5 years since the fall of Drake's Head and the death of his mentor, he and Jill have strived to continue Sid's legacy, the light of Ramu forever in his heart. Yeah, because he took Ramu's power. It's Mario Party 2. Have you played any of the others captured? Or is there a reason you picked... Mario Party 2 to play? Because I know you've got a whole multi-console setup going on over there. I saw the picture on the Discord. And I was like, Jesus, he's got every single one now. After Sid fell and his hideaway was reduced to rubble at the hands of Hugo Kupka, Clive took on both his predecessor's name and role, becoming the second Sid, the Outlaw, which makes no sense. Can you just be Clive the Outlaw? The leader of the re-established resistance, together with the other survivors and their new recruits, he continues Sid's mission to emancipate bearers and rid the realm of Mother Crystals. Okay, cool. 1, 2, and 3 I like. How many did they get up to? Did they... Because I know we've got Jamboree now, haven't we? And I hear mixed things about Jamboree. I think I've played Mario Party... I think I've got Mario Party 6. I think that's on the GameCube, isn't it? Mario Party 6? That means there had to have been a 5 and a 4. Was there a 7? Like, what number are we up to now? Is it 8? Like, because I know, yeah, the first 3 were on the N64, weren't they? Mario Party 1, 2, and 3. I don't know where we land with all of them, to be honest with you. Mysterious hooded man who many believe to be a dominant fire. He's never seen outside the company of his faithful attendant. Been captured by Benedict's intelligence and imprisoned in Care Norwent, he slipped free from his bonds and escaped to Phoenix Gate. Dominant of Phoenix and former heir to the ducal throne, Joshua was thought to have died at the hands of the second Icon of Fire during the disaster at Phoenix Gate. However, he is very much alive, travelling the realm even now. His true identity hidden by a heavy cowl and assumed name that of Lord Margrace. Interesting. Need to remember that. Gotta get going, guys. See ya. Have a good one, DEM. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Have a good time at work. Well, as good a time as you can have at work, let's be honest. Jill Warwick. Right, how far back should we go for Jill? Dominic Shiva and Clive's childhood. Then after Clive. Right, I think this is 5 years on, yeah. Dominic Shiva and Clive's childhood friend. After Clive and Sid spirited her away from the battlefield where she was being forced to fight for the Iron Blood, Jill was placed in the care of Hideaway's talented Physica, Taya, who nursed her back to health. 5 years have now passed since the fall of Drake's Head. She and Clive continue Sid's mission to emancipate bearers and rid the realm of Mother Crystal. It's the same dialogue line as... Right, okay. Bye, DEM. Yeah, have a good one, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Dominant of Shiva. How was your weekend, Mr. X? Good? Any more dress-ups for your nieces? Dominant of Shiva and trusted confidant of Clive, leader of the new hideaway. Together they continue Sid's mission to emancipate bearers. It's the same line. Why did you move that into a... Look at this, right? Okay, let me just point this bullshit out to you. Right, Dominant of Shiva. Trusted confidant of Clive, leader of the new hideaway. Together they continue Sid's mission to emancipate bearers and rid the realm of Mother Crystals, right? Right, Dominant of Shiva and Clive's childhood friend. Okay, she's a trusted confidant of Clive. That's more or less the same line. Okay? New leader of the hideaway. Physica. To emancipate bearers and rid the realm of Mother Crystals. Like, this little paragraph adds nothing. Like, why did you add this? Like, it's the same bullshit. Just again. What? Okay. I just don't understand why we're adding duplicate lore. Just say what you're going to say in one, then move on to something different. Don't keep repeating the same fucking lines. I swear to God. Okay, Torgal. Right, Clive's faithful friend, two were separated the night of the tragedy of Phoenix Gate, yet reunited 13 years later in the depths of the Nisa Defile. In the intervening years, Torgal not only grew up into a fine hound, but met with Sid, who trained him working as a hunting dog. After meeting with Clive again, Torgal gladly returns to service his former master, of course. Right, the new hideaway. Clive's faithful friend, he is fiercely protective of him and his allies. Loath as he is to lose his best friend again, and never strays far from Clive's side, putting the hunting skills Sid taught him to use in fending off foes and picking up trails. Okay, fine. At least that's something new. Right, Sidolphus, leader of the Highway and Dominant Ramu, Warden of Thunder. In his quest to create a world where bearers and dominants can die on their own terms, he unearthed the shocking truth that the mother crystals were the cause of the all-consuming blight. He makes plans to see the mother's fall, that Valisthea and her people might be saved. Okay. Just making sure there's nothing else. History of Benedicta. Okay, right. Sid the Outlaw, leader of the Hideaway and Dominant of Ramu, Warden of Thunder. His plan to create a world where bearers and dominants could die on their own terms meant destroying the mother crystals, an act of blasphemy that would see him forever denounced as an outlaw. Okay. It was during their mission to fell Drake's head in 873 that Sidolphus Tellerman lost his life to a beast from the beyond, passing the title Sid the Outlaw onto his protege Clive. A protege he didn't have for very long. Clive literally joined him on one mission. I mean, I'm just saying. Hugo Kupka. Right, I might have to read more of this. Kupka's awakened dominant of Icon Titan, thrust him into the forefront of Dominican politics. Right, I think we read all that. Well, informing that he's... Okay, wait a minute. No, actually, no, this bit is new. His greatest treasure, however, was always Benedicta Harmon, so when a servant of Well-Ode informed him that his love had been slain by Sid, his fury towards the outlaw and his allies knew no bounds. Right. Permanent economic advisor to the Dalmekian Parliament and dominant of Titan, he has little love for his country, taking advantage of his position to benefit himself and himself alone. After learning that Sid the Outlaw, the man who slew love of his life Benedicta Harmon, still lives, he tasks his personal guard with capturing and torturing bearers in order to draw out his nemesis and take his revenge. And these are bearers that now blame Sid, if we're being honest. No, not Sid. Clive. God, even I'm muddling it up now. Right, Dion Lesage, firstborn son, the subject of Emperor Sylvester, ruler of the Holy Empire of Sambrique, as well as the leader of the Empire's most elite fighting force, the Dragoons. Dion is also the dominant of Bahamut, Warden of the Light, and has oft been called upon to summon his icon in defence of his countrymen. Most recently in the Year of the Realm 873, when Odin took to the field against them in the Battle of Belmus Tor. Right, okay. I'm pretty sure we read the first bit. Don't need to read any of that. Otto at the new hideaway. Okay. Chief Steward of the Clive's Hideaway, Otto continues to serve the same role as he did under Sid, being the primary person in charge of all monies and information coming into and going out of the hideaway. Okay. Karen, I love the fact it's called Karen, but you have to say it as like you have to say she's a Karen. Oh dear me, I don't know why I find that funny, but I do. One of Sid's most trusted allies, after Sid's hideaway was laid waste by Hugo Kupka and his minions, she and her hard-working yet long-suffering apprentice Goots, I think his name is how you say it, following Clive to the new hideaway in Bunumir, where they serve him in the same capacity they served his predecessors, sourcing whatever supplies her fellow residents are in need of. I'm surprised she lived, because there's a lot of able-bodied people who were killed in that raid. Maybe Gertz defended her, I don't know. Apprentice to Karen, the ally of the hideaway, a gentle giant who is warm, worth for everyone, but he is not afraid to put his foot down in the face of injustice. Gertz's every waking moment is spent in service to his nan. He can do little of his own accord without her express permission. I need to read the first line again. After Sid's hideaway was reduced to rubble at the hands of Hugo Kupka, he followed his nan in joining Clive at their new home on the lake. He has a keen interest in smithing and spends what little spare time he is granted heating and hammering metal, just as Blackhorn showed him. Oh, right. So he's becoming an apprentice blacksmith now. Okay. Blackthorn, resident of blacksmith of Clive's hideaway, where he keeps the new Sid the Outlaw and Isabella's well outfitted with arms and armour. Though he's usually a sullen and secretive sort, his knowledge he is happy to share with Gertz, who has long been eager to learn the art of smithing. Okay. Next, Hippocrates II, Hyperboreus. Fuck these names. The Hideaway's resident historian. After Sid's death and the destruction of his home, he joined Clive at the new Hideaway, establishing a grand library within the walls of the fallen ruin, from where he continues to share his knowledge with any who will listen. He has taken the orphaned twins Tet and Crow as his apprentices, though they have yet to prove the most attentive audience. Shocker. Kids don't want to read books. Don't know what they're missing. I say that as someone who was taught reading by my nan when I used to read Garfield books. She would always buy Garfield books in order to get me to read. That was literally how I learned to read. But if I have since only really used it to read instruction manuals and other bollocks and emails and shit. I should do more reading. I've got a big problem. Anyway, Vivian Ninetails. This is our new resident historian, right? Scholar and strategist who makes her home in the Hideaway, analysing every shred of information that comes in from the wider world in order to divine the dispositions of the realm's armies and those who lead them. She offers her insight to Clive that she might better understand the lay of the land. The moniker Ninetales, of which she herself is a fond Pokemon fan. No, I added that bit. Is a fond... Ninetales, of which she herself is fond, was gifted her by her fellow scholars in recognition of her ability to speak at length on almost any subject. See, I like my lore better. Anyway, Galt. Oh, didn't he die? Otto's loyal lackey, tasked with not only with keeping the ledgers, but with reading and assorting the myriad reports that enter the Hideaway and arranging assistance with those in need. Born a bearer, Galt was kept as a slave to the Oriflamme Tavern, whose keeper would beat him bloody. After being thrown out onto the city streets as punishment for a minor mistake, he was fortunately found by Otto, who took him back to his hideaway. Oh yeah, and he's a bearer. He's got the mark. Obolus, an old friend of Otto's from his merchant seaman days, now serving as a ferryman between the shores of Benamir and Clive's hideaway. Knowing him to be a trustworthy and tight-lipped fellow, Otto invited him to join their cause after Sid's death, that he and his trusty skiff might help them build and operate the new hideaway in the lake. Okay, Kenneth. Oh, the cook survived then. Taste of home. Chief cook at Sid's hideaway who lost his life. Oh, he lost his life at the night of Hugo. Oh, so he died. The chef died. That's a shame. I remember him giving me lots of bowls and I had to run around and give them to people. Such good times, such good times. He was well loved both for his ever genuine nature and the toothsome fare he concocted from the limited ingredients available in their deadland home. Indeed, many of Kenneth's wishes remain on the menu in Clive's new hideaway. Dishes, not wishes. Right. Tet. One of the pair of the young twins who assists Harpocrates, Hippocrates, whatever, in the hideaway library, or at least are tasked to in practice. He spends most of his time reading books and teasing tomes with his sister Crow. Though their parents were born bearers, Tet was spared that burden. Alas, he was not spared the tragedy of losing both his mother and father when Sid's hideaway was laid low. Okay, and this is Crow. One of the pair of the young twins who assist Hippocrates in the hideaway library, at least, are tasked to. In practice, she spends most of her time reading books and teasing tomes with her brother Tet, born a bearer like her parents, but spared the prejudice and persecution that they were forced to suffer. Alas, she was not spared the tragedy of losing her mother and father when Sid's hideaway was laid low. So he doesn't have powers, she does. Okay. Isabel, the dame. Where's Mr. X where you need him? Mr. X, feminine shapes for you, buddy. Proprietress of the Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, and one of Sid's trusted collaborators. Isabel is much admired by the populace for her elegance and refinement, qualities that have earned her the title the Dame. There you go. Feminine shapes abound. Victor, a friend of Sid's and later Clive's, who kept who keeps an ever-attentive vigil on the comings and goings in Dalmekia from his hometown of Kostnis. Okay. What else we got? What else we got? Sylvester Lesage, Emperor of the Holy Empire of Sambrique, who won his throne at least partly by virtue of his son, Dion, having awakened as the dominant Bahamut. Of course. He looks like your typical prick, but we'll see. The High Council, the High Cardinal. First and foremost, the five cardinals who make up the Council of Elders, second only to the Holy Emperor in the Imperial Government. It is his role to lead the Council in governing Sambrique in the Emperor's stead, and providing the latter does not overrule his decisions, his authority is absolute. Gotcha. So that's that. What else we got? The Mysterious Watcher. This is the two-timing stooge that betrayed us. Well, actually, he didn't betray us. He was just a fucking spy. Anyway, sign of the lesser noble family of Dalmekia, tasked by Hugo Capca to trace the whereabouts of Cid, the outlaw, the man he believes slew Benedict Ahriman. His investigations lead him to Eastpool, where he overhears Clive and Gav's conversations and follows them back to Sid's hideaway. He wasn't exactly hiding very well, though, was he? He was hiding behind a barrel. Medicine girl, an orphan girl who pays for her bread by making and selling medicines. Okay. Ultima. Okay, the big one. The big cheese. An otherworldly being that Clive encountered in the inner sanctum of Drake's Head. He addressed Clive as Mythos before attempting to merge their consciousnesses. However, Clive was able to summon, but resist the creature before Joshua returned from the dead to imprison him in a cage of flame that he sealed away in his own heart. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work, but okay. Okay. I imagine it's not going to end very well for Joshua, but that's just where my mind goes. Right, Valisthea. After the fall of Drake's Head, a realm comprising the twin continents of Storm and Ash, of which some of the crystals stand timeless vigil. Timeless, that is, until Cid and his disciples commence their campaign to bring each one starting the Drake's Head, crashing down, spreading chaos and confusion throughout the great cities and nations of Valisthea. Yeah, because we basically now have made more blight in the land. Because there's no ether. Ether? There's no ether to... That's basically why the land is dying. It needs ether to survive, and by killing the Mother Crystal, we're killing the ether. Alright, Sid's hideaway. Just trying to ascertain what I've actually seen. A hidden refuge built on the fallen ruins of the blighted lands of Central Storm. It's from here that Cid operates a secretive society of freed bearers, so accustomed are most called branded, so ill treatment at their master's hands at their first experience of something approaching freedom within the hideaway's walls, be it even something small as a hot meal or soft bed, can come as considerable shock. Right. I'm not reading the first line again. Right. Cid has adopted and his adopted family of freed bearers from across the twins made their home. That is until the fledgling Lutopia was brought crashing down after its location was discovered by Hugo Capca, dominant Titan, in the year 873. In but a single night, the hideaway was destroyed, fewer than half managing to escape the slaughter visited upon them by Capca and his men. Yep. And now we've got the new hideaway. This is where we are now. Established under the leadership of Clive Rosfield, not Cid, despite him taking Cid's name, who took out the title Cid after his former leader's passing, the Titan's destruction of the old hideaway. Here, a community of like-minded individuals from across the realm has gathered to build a place where people can live and die on their own terms. Like its predecessor, it is built within fallen ruins deep within the deadlands of Central Storm. Decidedly unlike its predecessor, however, it is located in the centre of a lake, Benevit across whose waters are invading. Any invading enemy can easily be spotted long before their arrival. Okay. Right, Benevit, and this is where we are now then. This is where our base is now situated. A lake in the blighted lands of the southern edge of the former Grand Duchy of Rosaria. So we're not far from Clive's home then. Named for the dragon that some tales say created the basin when it fell from the sky. Fallen airships dot its expansive waters like forgotten echinotaphs, leading some to liken it to a graveyard. Its remote location far from any trade route and deep inside the Deadlands made it an obvious choice for Clive when faced with rebuilding Sid's legacy. They just keep living in ruins, don't they? It's craziness. Anyway, the fall of the hideaway. An assault by Hiro Kupka, dominant of Titan, and his private guard on the first hideaway of Sid, the outlaw, on the year 873. The safe haven established amongst forgotten ruins, long consumed by the blight, was entirely destroyed. Many of Sid's collaborators and the bearers they had freed from servitude were slain. Yeah, this is when even Gav nearly died. We couldn't have lost Gav. Gavlar needs to stay alive. Right. Alright, the Holy Empire of Sambrak, I don't know. The nation occupying the northern reaches of the continent of Storm with the great city of Oriflame as its capital. That's where we just came from, I think, isn't it? Sambrak is the realm's largest theocracy and home to the Mother Crystal Drake's Head. The empire is ruled by the Holy Emperor, the one true goddess made flesh, according to the Gregorian faith, who is served unquestionably by the Storm Knights of the Blessed Dragon, known more commonly as the Dragoons. After suffering the ignominy of losing Drake's Head to an audacious assault by the outlaw Sid in 873, the Empire set its sights on the Mother Crystal of its nearest neighbour, the Crystalline Dominion. Sambrak's legion duly stormed the historical neutral territory and installed the imperial capital at Twinside. This brazen act of conquest sent shockwaves across Valisthea and heightened the already considerable tension between the Empire and the Dalmekian Republic. So basically, by destroying the Drake's Head, if I understand this correctly, by destroying the Drake's Head crystal, which we did in the last part, the Sambrak nation had to then relocate to another place where there's a crystal. And they basically, they basically moved over to the Imperial capital on Twinside, if I read that correctly. I'm trying to understand all this is just fucking insane. But anyway, Oriflame, Holy Capital of Empire of Sambrak, located northern Storm, the peninsula dominates Oilifest Bay, and the home to the Mother Crystal known as Drake's Head. All the Empire's major institutions are located, including White Worm Castle, seat of the Holy Empire and meeting place of the Cardinals. After its Mother Crystal was destroyed in an attack by Sid the Outlaw in the 8th century, the decision was made to move the throne and her armies south to the Crystalline Dominion, regardless of whether or not the Dominion's citizens approved. Oriflame has since... So they just... How do you move a castle, though? Like, how do you move a whole empire? I don't get that. The gem was destroyed, so they just, like, get all of their people and just move them to another, and had to build another castle elsewhere. Is that what? That must be why they needed the time jump, now that I'm thinking about it. They're probably thinking, we need to set up this new faction elsewhere. They need to still be part of this war, but because Sid and everyone have now destroyed that crystal, that fucks them. So now we need to do a time jump so we can set up this enemy elsewhere, so they're still part of the Game of Thrones. That makes sense. At least that's how I read it. That's why the time jump was necessary. Any money. It was something about that. Because you can't just relocate an army. That would take a while. Anyway. Sid the Outlaw, the decision was made to move the throne and her armies south of the Crystalline Dominion, regardless of whether or not the Dominion's citizens approved, because of course they wouldn't. But then again, they didn't move. They're in a place where there's no ether and everything's dead. So, Oriflame has since fallen gradually into decline. Of course it has, having lost the Mother Crystals, the Mother's blessing, and all the benefits it brought. Yeah, and that's why they moved. Right. The White Worm Castle, the towering citadel from which the Holy Empire of Sambrak rules over the entirety of his Demesne, whatever the fuck, with the Mother Crystal rising above it and the Imperial capital of Flame spread out below. This ivory edifice is truly a wonder to behold. Until we destroy that crystal, guys. Until we destroy that crystal. We're coming for you, Crystal. We're coming for you. Alright, Drake's head. That's the one we destroyed. Another crystal upon whose wings did Sambrek ascend to geopolitical supremacy. It towered over the holy capital of Oriflamme, its mighty silhouette a testament to the power and permanence of the Empire. And then in the year 873, it fell at the hand of Sid the Outlaw. Oops! Sorry, guys. Right, the fall of Drake's Head. In the year 873, Sid the Outlaw, along with certain of his allies, seriously, some of this writing, man, is... Right. In the year 876, Sid the Outlaw, along with his allies, I don't know why we've got with certain, you can tell some of this, like, the translation just had to be wrong. Like, it's probably written in Japanese originally, and then when they poured it over, some shit got missed. There's certainly some lore entries where I'm just reading them and I'm like, this makes fucking no sense. Anyway, along with certain of his allies infiltrated the Sambrek capital of Oriflamme, bringing down its mother crystal in a daring and unprecedented attack. Investigators after the fact concluded that the infiltrators took advantage of the disturbance caused by an Aether flood to gain entry to the Empire's holy sanctum. In the aftermath of the incident, Sid was declared a wanted man and the faction he led a criminal enterprise to be hounded across Valisthea. Okay. I'm back. Welcome back, Mr. X. First of all, the TCG plot of the moment is as follows. Clive took over Sid's task to destroy the Mother Crystals so that life can return to Earth. Yeah, I get that. When I first watched this, I remember not being a fan of the time jump. Like, we just saw the base get destroyed. I don't like it when we see a cause and the beginning of an effect, but not the reaction to the effect, if that makes sense. So I liked that we got, right, you know, basically Hugo Kepka found out where they were hiding, killed everyone, went nuts, destroyed the base, but then we don't see any of the fallout until like 5 years later. We got like a 5-year time jump. Like, I'm not a fan of time jumps because it basically resets the status quo. It basically doesn't let you linger with any of the consequences of actions, you know? So, for me, I remember when I first played this, I didn't like that we suddenly jump ahead 5 years. I think it's 5 years, something like that. And I remember at the time being annoyed by it, and I'm still a little bit annoyed by it now. But having read these lore entries, the more I'm starting to realise they had to do the time jump because they had to move an entire army from Sambrek, where it originally was, to the arse end of another nation, in order to basically make the narrative continue. It's been 5 years now. Jill hasn't changed, unfortunately. I always thought Jill's breasts would get a little bigger. But Jill now constantly supports Mr. X, I swear to God, man. Oh, anyway. Women's boobs, I'm pretty sure, don't do a spontaneous growth spurt within 5 years. I could be wrong. I don't have a pair. I can't say. Anyway, the Council of Elders advised to the Holy Empire of Sambrek and the highest body of government in the Empire. The Council consists of 5 cardinals of the Gregorian Church who are intended to rule in the Emperor's stead. The Emperor, meanwhile, is expected to serve as a constitutional monarch, but there is little to prevent one who wishes to impose their will upon the Council from playing a more autocratic role. Okay. The 5 cardinals. So again, this is like a religious thing, looking to exert rule over, I suppose, all the other like lower countries. The seniors, and they're doing it via religion, which is a classic move. The senior statesmen that made up the highest office of government in Sambrek, after the Emperor himself, the Council of Elders. The Council is comprised of the High Cardinal, representatives of Central Sambrek, and the Holy Capital of Oriflamme, and the 4 cardinals who administer the outer provinces, the northern, southern, eastern, and western seas. Right. Joshua's younger brother knows who the main villain is, Ultima, and he intends to use Clive as his vessel. Yeah, I know. That's why he locked him away in his heart, so he couldn't do it. But I get the feeling Joshua is not going to be able to contain Ultima. It's either going to rip its way out of him, or corrupt him and try and get Clive to... I think basically we're going to see Joshua go through a lot of pain. So, and I'm not in favour of that, but I don't know, we'll see. Alright, Northreach. When Sanbreque moved its capital to the Crystalline Dominion, Northreach went from being a vital gateway to the seat of the Empire to a forgotten country backwater in a matter of moons. And with the fall of Drake's Head, the aether was soon leached from the lands around it, leaving the fields fallow and the once thriving environs barren and lifeless. Yeah. So this is where the Dame is situated, isn't it? So Joshua locked Ultima away within himself and act for a sacrifice. Yeah, I know. I've got that much, Mr. X, trust me. I'm just trying to piece together the shit going on with the rest of the fucking, like, armies at this point. The whole empire. The Vale, Northreach's premier house of companionship, while it is frequented mainly by Sanbreque's nobility and military, Lady Isabel welcomes all with the desire and coin to partake in the pleasures her skilled courtesans and courtiers offer. Few establishments in the empire are as well loved or as oft visited. Town which doubles as a defensive gateway to Sanbreque's holy capital of Oriflamme. It was originally a purely military outpost, towering bastion constructed to prevent land-based assaults on the capital of the from the southwest. To this day, a heavily guarded checkpoint ensures that none can pass through the wall without prior authorization. And as such, the need to linger here prior to entering has led to the rise of a thriving market and various other commercial enterprises on the wall's southern side. The garrison, however, along with the inns and brothels most of the soldiers frequent, as well as the residences of the nobles who make Northreach their home, remain on the northern side. Yeah, well, now those people are all fucked, basically. Now you're in the part about Hugo Capka. Yep. We're getting all the lore. We're getting it down. We're absorbing it as we go. A farming village located in the rye fields of the Royal Meadows, not far from Sanbreque, capital of Oriflamme. Her residents harbour a strong hatred for bearers, and I don't like them either. Even than elsewhere in the Empire, making it a very dangerous place to visit for those who bear the brand. And now they're all fucked without a home, because their crystal was depleted thanks to us. In fact, I take a little bit of sick pleasure in fucking those people over. Fuck them. They deserve to not have a crystal. They deserve to be living in squalor and nothing. Pricks. Seriously, you couldn't get me to hate NPCs. I had to do work for more than that fucking group, I tell you. The most important part that will develop it is the drawing that you saw on the wall in Phoenix Gate. At least part of that drawing and will continue to develop. Yeah, I get it was obscured, wasn't it? Yeah, the art on the wall in there, yeah. Glorious, a key strategic point in central Sanbreque. Its location just south of Oriflamme make it a vital first line defense against assault on the holy capital. The road from Northreach to Caer Norwent and beyond to the Crystal Belt besets the area, ensuring a constant traffic of Sanbreque soldiers and travelling merchants. The Dragon's Eyrie. A gently sloping plain stretching east from the Sanbreque checkpoint of Northreach. As the name implies, it is heavily populated with all manner of wild worms, and as such the lands remain relatively unspoiled by mankind. Yeah. Until there's no wildlife there, then it's fucked. The Breadbasket. Oh, that's a good name. A region overlooking the Strait of Ultha in the eastern part of Sanbreque. The bounty provided by its rich soil fed the Empire for generations, till the ever-encroaching blight intervened, displacing thousands in the process, a disturbance which played no small part in the troubles that were later to engulf the imperial capital. Dalmekian Republic. Now this is Kupka's fiefdom. A nation formed a federation of 5 smaller states. It is located in the southern half of the continent of Storm and has its capital at Randalar. Also home to the mother crystal known as Drake's Fang inside, which stands Castle Dazbog, home of Hugo Capka, Dominant Titan, Warden of the Earth. Right, I'm not reading the first top 5 lines. Obsessed with finding Sid and exacting his revenge for the murder of Benedict Ahriman, co-opted the soldiers of the realm and had them commit a series of atrocities in an attempt to flush him out of hiding. Lovely of them. To better understand the plot, don't read, just focus on all the side quests and look at the cutscenes very carefully, especially the cutscene with Jill and Benedict. Mate, you know me, I want to understand what's going on as well as play it. I don't like reading codex any more than you guys, I'm sure, like hearing them. But it's because I'm trying to get it straight in my head. Because this is a lot of lore that I always dump. I'm just trying to get my head around it. So I know what the fuck is going on. I do it mainly for me, because I'm interested. I do think there's too much lore, but I also want to get my head around it. So then when I bitch and moan about certain things, I'm bitching and moaning about them for the right reasons. If that makes sense. Yeah, Kupka's personal guard on Kupka's orders. They ruthlessly gutted and destroyed Sid's original hideaway, Vengeance, for the brutal beheading of Benedict Ahriman, which Sid didn't do. But Kupka's search for revenge is not yet slaked, and it is with reckless abandon that he employs his minions to commit atrocities across the realm in a bid to drive Sid from hiding. Yeah, I'm sure that'll work. Kost Nice, a town located in the rugged northern east reaches of the Dominican Republic. Though it was once a thriving trading post, becoming the blight has served to both discourage travellers as well as drive off long-time residents. All that now remain are refugees fleeing from elsewhere, the black marketers who prey upon them, and barely enough soldiers to keep the peace, or rather to pretend to when they're not being bribed to look the other way. Okay. Plot will now be further presented to you by the so-called scholars in the current hideout. Yeah, I know. I'm getting so much lore dumped, I feel like my head's about to explode. Alright, sole surviving nation in the Ash Wallowed as its capital of Stone here. Own the Mother Crystal of Drake's Spine. Its ruler Barnabas Tharmir, dominant of Odin. Okay, so this is Odin. And Warden of Darkness recently dispatched units of intelligence to Storm with orders to scout ahead prior to full-scale invasion, having ceded territory on the Holy Empire of Sambrek in the Battle of the Twin Realms in the year 865. The Waluders launched an attack on Belarus Tor in 873 in the intent of regaining her lost foothold on the continent across the strait. Sole surviving nation in Ashwalud has its capital at Stone here, home to the Mother Crystal of Drake's Spine. It's ruled over by Farnavus, who has long harboured ambitions of extending his reach into the neighbouring continent of Storm. Somewhat surprisingly, the Sambrequa Empire's incursion into the crystalline dominion prompted no immediate response from the king, who appears to be biding time and considering his next move. So they're just playing a perpetual chess game. You've got these two nations, one with the head of the dominant of Bahamut, one with the head of Odin, and they're just constantly going at war over and over in order to just try and get a little bit of land away from the other side. That's how I read that anyway. One more thing is the earlier one, a side quest with letters for Sid from his daughter. Yeah. Pretty sure she's in this game now, isn't she? She comes when Sid's gone. The Crystalline Dominion, a once independent state straddling the continents of Storm and Ash. Its capital Twinside is built on the tiny Isles of Ark from which its Mother Crystal Drake's tail rises. After Drake's head was destroyed in 873, the Holy Empire of Sambrek declared Twinside its new capital in defiance of the long-standing non-aggression treaty. While controversial move carried out by the Prince Dion and his Knights Dragoon proceeded, mostly unopposed, largely due to the Dominion's lack of a dominant of its own with which to intimidate the interlopers. So they don't have a dominant, so they couldn't fight them. They couldn't fight them back. That's how they managed to invade. Why didn't they take it sooner then? Oh, maybe it's this. Pact which was codified in the agreement between the nations to refrain from invading the Crystalline Dominion and laying claim to its Mother Crystal Drake's tail. It both cemented the Dominion's position at the centre of the world's politics and placed checks on the arbitrary key players to exploit that position. So what, they had to get permission to invade? From the holy people, I imagine? Sid knows Joshua's alive because he saw Phoenix Feather when Sid was dying. And now Clive wants to find Joshua even more. Yeah, I know. I just think by the time they reunite, it's going to be too late. I've got that feeling. The Strait of Ultha, the narrow channel to the north of the Crystalline Dominion that separates the continents of Storm and Ash, with Sambrek to the west, Wallowed to the east, and the Dominant to the south. Its shores are never short of soldiers or political tension. and the Gregorian Church, the state religion of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, whose followers worship the goddess Gregor as the one true deity. At the church's head stands the Holy Emperor, voted into office by his fellow cardinals, and supposedly they're equal, though this is widely recognised as to be a convenient fiction. The followers of Gregor worship dragons and sacrifice servants of their goddess, and since the founding days of the empire are both doted and depended upon them. Okay. Mysteries of the realm, the mother crystals. Right, this one is actually interesting. Though the people of Valisthea rely on the crystal mined from these mountains in their everyday lives and flock to the ether-rich lands around them in pursuit of their blessings, Sid posits that it is in fact the mother crystals and their ability to draw ether from the earth that is the reason the Deadlands advance. A few who learn the truth are hunted down by those in positions of power, those whose power rests on their control of this crucial resource. Yeah. Remember to pay close attention to details in tcgstitch cutscenes. I will. I'm trying to absorb all of this so I know what the fuck is going on. Heart of the Mother Crystal. The brightly shining convolution of shards that sits at the centre of each Mother Crystal. When a heart shatters, so too does the mountain around it. Since time immemorial, sanctuaries have been built around the hearts for the worship and protection of these irreplaceable treasures. I just thought, like, when we destroyed that crystal and Typhoon appeared, or Typhon, whatever, I was like, so this was inside the crystal all along, this monster. The inner sanctum, sacred chambers in which the hearts of the mother crystals are enshrined, believed to have been created before the time of the fallen. They retain a portentous air even now, long after mankind has forgotten their significance. Crystal. Right, I've read a huge chunk of that. Though the penalties for illicit trade in crystals are severe, the demand for outstripping supply and many still dabble in the black market. Okay. Ethereal tolerance. The ability to resist the effects of ethereal exposure. This is higher in bearers and dominants, allowing them to survive concentrations of ether that would to any human who lacks their gift. Some animals, including chocobos, also have natural resistance to the effects of ether, but one the many reasons why the birds are so beloved across the twins. So chocobos are resistant to ether. Interesting. Okay. The ether floods, pools of concentrated ether that form on the land's surface, thought to be caused by an imbalance in its diffusion beneath. Though ether is usually invisible at flood level, concentrations it takes on a blue glow. At flood level, concentration takes on a blue glow. Those with natural ethereal tolerance can survive exposure to a flood, at least for a short time, but most living things will eventually succumb to its effects, losing their minds and turning akashic. I assume that means to stone, or going nuts, or just killing everyone? I don't know. Magicked barriers. Some dominants have the ability to call upon a part of their icon's power to summon a ward, a nigh imperious barrier that has no magic nor matter can cross. However, its maintenance requires a continuous channeling of ether through the summoner's flesh, taking a heavy toll upon them. The larger the barrier, the greater the burden. See, that's what makes me think even more that by the time we get to meet Joshua, he's going to nearly be dead anyway. Right, priming. The act of dominant transforming their living flesh into that of their icon. Priming does not require a continual draw on the ether. It is rather maintained by the constant channeling of the vast quantities of ether imbued within the dominant's own body. This allows dominants to remain primed even when they enter the etherless deadlands, but also results in the crystal's curse taking heavy toll on them with every act of priming. Okay. Right. I think I get that. Slave masters. Those who own and manage bearer slaves, the bearer must always obey orders of his or her master and are largely forbidden from acting independently, even from speaking without express permission. When it is necessary to relinquish supervision of a bearer, such as when dispatching one on an errand, masters will often affix the emblem of their house or business to the slave's clothing, that they are not mistaken for an escapee. Alright, nice of them. Hey, so I've been quiet, something's come up and I have to go steady. Take care, everyone. Thank you for your stream. Nice, buddy. Thanks for stopping by, Captured. Appreciate you, dude. Thanks for stopping by, mate. Right, airship. Legend has it that the people of the Fallen once sailed through the skies in the bellies of these ships, though all now lie shattered and silent on the surface below. The men and women of the present day are wont to repurpose these ruins for their own uses. Both the village of Losby and Clive's hideaway in Benamir being built around the wreckage of a fallen airship. I can't believe these fallen airships aren't just like rusted scrap metal. They look like stone. Right. Continental Accord. An international pact made at the dawn of the present era in which such matters as the treatment of bearers and the establishment of a realm-wide currency were laid out. It formed the basis of much of Valisthean society as it stands today, including the branding of bearers and the status as non-persons. Very nice. It also put in place a universal calendar, making a symbolic fresh start for mankind, albeit one which put magic users at a crippling disadvantage. So the Continental Accord is bullshit, basically. Right. The founder. Fear and uncertainty reigned in those early years following the sins, and Zenmekis, not wanting to further incur the wrath of the heavens, the few who survived the fall took to wandering lands, spurning magic and staying into the shadows, so they lived for decades. One man, however, grew tired of his life, if it could be called that, and after bidding his companion farewell, climbed a grassy knoll overlooking a forest of beech and alder. Here he gathered a pile of rubble and used it to build a humble shelter in which he spent the night. The next morning, however, instead of abandoning his work, as was his people's wont, he gathered more rocks, adding to the structure until the shelter had become a shack. This he continued for days, weeks, until the shack had become a home. First, those few wanderers who passed the knoll would shun him, cursing the man under their breaths for his hubris. But as his estate grew, and one building became two, and two, three, and people began to slow their steps, and not long before, some took to joining him on that knoll, gathering stones, building new lives, new destinies. This they did without magics or machines, without boon or blessing. They relied on naught but their hands, their backs, their wills, and each other. This is communist philosophy, isn't it? And slowly house gave way to village, village to town, and town to nation. The man would one day die, as all men do, but those who remained continued his legacy, expanded upon it, and though his name was eventually forgotten, his spirit lives on to this day in the hearts of all Rosarians. Legend of the founder, Moss the Chronicler. So they're saying this whole nation originated in Rosaria then. That's what they're saying. Oh shoot, that's right, it's Monday. It's Monday, Betty!
Party, pal.
Fuck. Hello, Goji Berry. Just got back from an experience with a hypersonic brainwave scrambler. Very nice. Can we have a copy of it? I feel great. Hello, Mr. X, my man. Some tips from me for you, Goji, on how to convince TC6 to look more closely at adult waifu. Mr. X, I look at adult waifus perfectly, just the right amount. Not too much, not too little. Send him a pair of freaking glasses. You're such a cockroach. Right, Akashik. An irreversible change brought about by living beings overexposed to ether. Creatures are stripped of any intelligence or sense of self that they once had, and become suffused with life force, usually manifesting extreme strength and aggression. Flora can also turn, resulting in the twisted overgrowth. Those with ethereal tolerance, however, such as dominance and bearers, are less likely to turn Akashic. Don't they just turn into stone? Wouldn't that make more sense? Because that's what happens when people use too much magic. You'd think if Akashic would be turning to stone. So that means that anyone who gets overloaded with ether should just turn into stone. No? Mr. X, perhaps he has poor sight. Fuck you, Goj. I'm going to get my own back. Beasts! Animals whose evolution has been warped by exposure to ether, some gaining the ability to cast magics. Unlike bears, however, they seem to have developed little ethereal tolerance, so it is not uncommon to encounter akashic beasts in the vicinity of aether floods. Wild beasts are sometimes tamed by humans for use in warfare, the soldiers of Sambrek having a particular fondness for those descendants of ancient dragons. Yeah, but they've got the king dragon at their back. That's Bahamut. He ain't gonna take any shit. Sid the Outlaw, leader of the faction believed responsible for the shattering of Drake's head in 873, with a single act of infamy, Sid's name quickly spread to the four corners of Valisthea and beyond. Mythos. Name by which Ultima addresses Clive, it appears to be his title for the vessel of limitless power. That he means to make of the young Lord Marquess, but to what end he requires such a thing only Ultima knows. Vessel, a name that the being known as Ultima gives to Clive. It appears to be synonymous with mythos. Can you just say he just basically wants to take him over? That's basically what it is, isn't it? I remember my supernatural lore, and I mean I'm talking about the Supernatural TV show. If you want to be someone's vessel, you just got to let them in, right? I didn't think Ultima could just take it though. But again, I could be wrong. Right, Ramuh. The Warden of Thunder, whose power most lately awakened within Sidolphus Telemann. Dominance of the icon most often emerge among descendants of the Motes of Thunder, a tribe who once dwelled in the lands of Central Ashlands and the Kingdom of Walud now lays claim to. Mayhap in part due to the tribe's comparatively advanced learning, Ramuh is associated with wisdom and judgment to this day. And that's how he knows about the crystals and all the bullshit that goes along with them. German words from Goji, I can't pronounce them. If at least in the 10th part of the tcgstitch looks so carefully at the adult waifu when he reads all this information in the game. I did! I looked at the dame and I said, Mr. X, look, I'm looking at her. That's what I said. You weren't here. You missed the law, Mr. X. You have to be here all the time if you want to see me commenting on curvaceous figures. tcgstitch wouldn't have to be afraid that he wouldn't understand the plot of the game, Goji. I'm sure looking at women's bums and butts and breasts and everything will certainly help me understand the law of the game. Typhon, seemingly drawn at the destruction of the heart of Drake's head, Ultima emerged from the tear. In reality, wearing the skin of Typhon. So we were actually fighting Ultima, not Typhon. Because Typhon was killed by Sid, I gather. A withered and wizened Colossus drew Clive into a space between worlds wherein the ethereal entity might test his worth as a vessel. And that's when he wanted to take him over. Lesson learnt. Lesson learnt. Alright, Raptors. Though still widely believed by the common folk of Sambrek to be the descendants of dragons, on account of their leathery wings, meagerness of plumage, and distinct ability to spit fire, learned scholars have long since concluded that these deceptively reptilian creatures are none other than birds. A prey which, over countless centuries of hunting creatures on the ground, have simply lost their capacity for flight. Okay. Vultures. Opportunistic avians that, like many other predatory birds, prefer to stealthily swoop down on foes from above and skewer them with their razor-sharp beaks. Though they are thought to be primarily feed on carrion, travelling in large flocks in search of the dead and dying, it is uncommon for vultures to attack living prey when times are lean. If you happen to hear their eerily human-like calls, skyrics and warbles, it is best to find cover and quickly. They attack me regardless, so they must always be hungry. Helps me understand, I tell you what. He needs new glasses for attractive women. He translated it from... Oh, he did he? You're such a cock, Goj. You're such a cock. Alright, Panthers. archetypical predators known best for their brilliant spotted coats and proclivity to live lives of servitude. As is the case with most felines, the animals are severely strong-willed, and efforts by the Republican Army to harness their inborn speed and ferocity for use on the battlefield has been met with varying degrees of success. And we put it down. That panther didn't survive. Dragonettes. Lesser dragons known for their nimbleness in flight. Those specimens of the Sambucra subspecies known more commonly as the wyvern or worm are somewhat easily tamed and as such widely employed in battle by the Imperial Legions. Lore eaten! I've just eaten a ton of lore and I've got space for more. That's right. Those are the coolest vultures I've ever seen.
Did you learn everything you needed?
Well, we need to get you some more vulture lore, Berry. We need to get you a whole new pack of berries, methinks. Right. Lore done! Lore done! Lore! Now where are we going? Oh, hello.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems.
Well, I'm reading
And
lore
it's
as
good,
well.
Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand.
Lore! Huh.
I
Good
forgot my life
God,
was
no.
about it.
What is it
What it was
good
like
for? Absolutely
to be myself.
nothing.
And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a
Okay.
stolus. All right, I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
Alright, alright. Everyone's got some better
Could
gear
Gav
on them now.
feel worthy of a letter.
Have we any more knuckle pies?
Gavlar? Gavlar sent me a letter. Right, what new tracks have we got? Forevermore, let's put that on. Alright. To marinate yard chocobo. This, guys, this is important information, okay? This is how you marinate yard chocobo, okay? I'm going to read it to you. Prepare a hen by draining blood and removing both head and feet. Offal, particularly the heart and liver, should be set aside for later use. So just put them to the side, okay? Stir into a deep bowl watered wine, preferably of the red variety. Yep, don't use white. Honey, salt, pepper, nutmeg, and any other seasonal savoury herbs if you so desire. Think about the herbs that you apply in Resident Evil. Just keep that in your mind. Add to the bowl the dressed bird and let it lay in a dark room for a single turn of the sun. So you just wait overnight, okay? Just wait for it to go 24 hours. Then you break the breastbone. It's just a bit above the breasts. Mr. X should be familiar with that. And ready your force meat thusly. Chop together the heart and liver of the chocobo and mix it in with the crumb of the stale balm and pepio or cupo nuts soaked in boiled cream. Okay, just again. Beaten mace, as much as thyme as will lie on the gill penny and fill the bird. Not overly so. So don't fill it with too much. Okay, just a little bit. Just nice and snug. Think of it as that. Lard the breast. Again, Mr. X should be familiar with this. With boar bacon and spit the bird, tying it at both ends that the forced meat not spill onto the coals. Roast until skin is golden brown, taking care to baste regularly with drippings. Drippings of what, you ask? Well, I'll let you use your imagination there. Okay, there you go. That is how you marinate yard chocobo. Now I expect you guys to go away and submit me pictures of you doing that exact thing. And then I want like out of 10 of your experiences and tastes.
Does that one have blood on
There you
it?
go. Never be said that I don't employ anything amazing for you guys on this channel. That sounds pretty cool, Mr. X. Very cool of you. You know what I'm going to do for the weekend? Watch K-pop Demon Hunters with my nieces again in cosplay outfits. Well, happy for you, Mr. X. Sounds pretty cool, Mr. X. Very cool of you to do that for them. I'm stealing that lore joke, Stitch. You can't have it. It's mine. You can't have it. Golly, that sounds delicious. Well, you guys know how to make it now, don't you? I expect
taste it?
results. I'm not buying around. It's a fucking waste of money. Chat with Maeve.
How am I getting on? Ah, about as well as you'd expect of a barmaid pouring sour ale for penniless outlaws in the middle of the Deadlands.
Alright, love.
And it'd be worse than that if Molly here didn't make the best stew this side of Stonehenge.
We know she
Even
makes
if
it and all,
is
don't we,
mostly
guys?
just yesterday's leavings. Don't tell her you heard that from me, though.
I'll try not to. I'll try not to. I'm not paying for a drink either. It's fucking... What is
Keep
it?
your mug handy.
I'm not paying you a ridiculous amount of gil when I could spend it on actual gear. Fucking crazy.
And what can I do for you?
Fuck's sake, Karen. Hello again. Fuck me. I think the UK is so hot right now. TCG just forgets to take my tips into account. Chocobo birds. That's not adult waifu tcgstitch. I always talk about the ladies, Mr. X. You just don't listen to when I do. Don't think the zoo would be okay with me stealing their chocobos. Well, you could always try. I'm admiring her feminine shapes. See, you've got Go. She's on it. He's on it. Ask about the hideaway.
Hear me complaining.
It's even roomier than the old one was. Got my own stores, my own little counter. And thanks to you lot fighting the good fight, plenty of demands for me wares.
The only drawback.
The constant bloody racket. If it's not Dories and Otto barking their orders, it's Blackthorn and Bardolph banging away day and night.
Still,
If a pain in the ear holes is the price I have to pay for being the Sid Outlaw's partner in crime, I'd say I've got on myself a bargain. Alright, bruv. Ask about the past 5 years. Yeah, give me the cliff notes. Has it been 5 years since we left the old place? How time
I
flies.
remember it like it was yesterday.
Because it was yesterday. It literally was. We suddenly did a time jump. Trust me, it was yesterday. We were all waiting to treat Sid to a hero's welcome when Kupka's lot turned up. Not that we knew it was them, they just poured in like a plague of rats, cutting down anyone and anything that stood in their way. Blood and bodies everywhere. There was a voice a voice crying out for Sid to save us in the midst of it all. I'll never forget those cries, try as I might.
You're our leader now, Clive.
True that. I was going to let anything like that happen again. I don't think he can promise that, to be fair. Promise me that come what may, Sid will save us. He'll certainly do his best.
Coin purse weighing you down.
It's always weighing me down, love. The coin purse is meant to be emptied. Not this older lady, but the bartender. No, you should admire the older lady's feminine curves as well, Mr. Goj and Mr. X. You guys are being ageist if you're not appreciating the feminine shapes of older ladies as well. You gotta let them have some. Golden Tenement. Well, we can actually buy some
You'd
music.
better I'll be here.
No. Beautiful Limit Quill, containing the writings of tongueless prophet Liviol, who is believed to have spread the gospel. Increased skill earnings by 35%. Holy shit, I've got to equip that. Increases XP earned by... Right, we're doing that and all.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
I know I'm robbing you blind, I can't help it. It's my duty. Increases ability points earned in encounters. Oh, that's actually more valuable. Okay, these are good purchases. Okay.
Finished, are you?
I'm finished, love. Calm fuck down, yeah? Right, what are we going to equip? Right, we're going to get rid of the cyclone damage. I would prefer more fucking money than anything else. Give me more cash. Yeah, combo damage. Increase skill earned by 30. Yeah, we're doing that. Hands down. I've only got 3 item slots, but trust me, they're going to be used on stuff that actually benefits me. Right. Healing potions. I don't need that either. Increase my XP earned. Let's bump all this shit up. Let's get some shit level quicker. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it in the long run. You need to admire all feminine shapes, Goj. The Arietta Stone. Is there anything new on this? Just the same old wank? Yeah, it's just the same old wank. Okay, same old wank. No, thank you. As long as we're wearing cool gear. What you got to say, Goots?
You're back. You didn't happen to run out of potions while you were away, did you?
I tried
We've
not
a
to.
fine selection of tonics and
Tinctures? Tinctures?
Oh, perhaps you'd be interested in some new
Accoutrements. Accoutrements. Accoutrements.
gear.
Yes, gear. No, I'm not interested in either. Let's go.
Clive.
It's the man, the myth, the legend. Hey, Ange, how you doing?
Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome. Thought you joined this group of retrobates, did you? As I thought, in the heat of the UK, I think it has damaged my sense of humour, tcgstitch. I hope it's just a temporary coaching. Cinemorph, hello. Hello, Mr. X. I'm trying. Well, I think we're throwing a good amount of banter around. I think we're doing okay, Mr. X. You know, it might be the heat. It might be. I feel like an airhead. How do I tag? What do you mean tag? I don't know how to tag either, Cinemorph. What do you mean like at? You just type in the word at, the at symbol, and then a person's name if you want to respond. At least that's what you do, I think. If you want to respond, like Mr. X keeps typing in tcgstitch, I'm pretty sure he does the old at tcgstitch and then gets me. If that's what you mean by tagging, I don't know what else you mean. I mean, you can get a link from the page if you want to send it to someone. I don't know. I don't know. That's how you do it. Those are the only ways I know about tagging. Sorry, I'm not more inventive in that way. Anyway, about the hideaway.
Things here ain't too bad.
I suppose I've got a decent hammer, a decent anvil, and a pretense that knows his hammer is his hammer from his cock. Well, I mean, at least he knows the difference between his hammer and his cock. I will say that, you know. It does take skill to define the difference. Because, you know, Thorn always messes them up as well, as far as I'm aware. Especially the Chris Hemsworth one. Oh, and Furnace is alright, and all thanks to Sid's bellows. The gods only know how I keep the coals hot enough out here on the mere without... Not with bloody crystals, that's for sure. I reckon you won't find a forge like this one anywhere else in the Twins, and I count myself lucky to work it. Thanks for keeping me on. You need anything, you give us a shout, bruv. That's right, I just added that in for you guys. Oh, okay, I just didn't see it highlight. Okay, go. No, I don't think you see it. I think it's only to other people. I gather. At Cinemorph, it popped up for you, so I'm not sure. Sid is legend. Legend. Yes. I think that's how it works. I usually tag people when I go into other people's chats on YouTube. Did you do a stream on Saturday, Ange? Pretty sure you did, didn't you? I'm sorry I missed it. I didn't wake up Saturday until like 4 in the afternoon. Yeah. Was it Saturday or Sunday? I can't. All I know is both days on the weekend I was up late, so I was gaming away, getting the most of my hours. I was just playing loads of fucking like Night Rain. I was doing loads of Elden Ring. Oh yeah, he looks like he's the kind of guy to say bruv. He is. He's got that vibe about him.
You've forgotten already?
You've forgotten already, bruv.
Because I haven't.
It was right pain in the arse getting this place into shape, especially the mess we're in. Not that it was anything new for those of us who put the old hideaway together.
Still.
I don't mean I intend on doing it again. Well, glad you enjoyed yourself, mate. That's all I've got to say. Flame tongue. No, we don't have that one.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Levin bolt. Don't we have that? Levin bolt? Do we have Levin bolt? Levin bolt.
It'd last you a good while.
There we go, I've got those two. Gaia blade? I've got that. Bastard sword, I've got that. Long sword. Stormcry. Didn't I have Stormcry? Levin bolt, flame tongue, and Stormcry. Don't understand this menu system. Levin bolt. Katana. What the fuck is going on? Didn't I just craft 2 weapons? I've only got this one. Coral sword.
Fine.
I'm confused.
What do you need? So, what'll it be?
Why do I not... Wait a minute. Do I only get like one of these?
How am I meant to do that then?
And it just upgrades to the next one? Oh my god, hang on a minute. Just looking at the ingredients here. Flame tongue. You can only build by using Stormcry. And Levin bolt you can only get by using Flame tongue. Thought that I was creating loads of different weapons, but you're not creating different weapons, you're just upgrading them. What the fuck? Why don't you have all of them? Okay, that's bullshit. Can I admit something? I had some GameStop money and I spent it on Blizzard money and I'm sucked into World of Warcraft. Really? You took... Can't you just, like, associate it with your bank account or something? And then you just pay a monthly, don't you? I've been hearing some good things about Wu Chang Fallen Feathers recently. Didn't you see my run of it, Goj? You can check it out if you're interested. But I did play Death Stranding, just didn't stream it. Oh, okay. Okay. How far did you get? How far did you get? Hell yeah, Cinemorph. I'm playing Diablo 4 currently, which is basically just majorly 6-story focused MMORPG at this point. I'm still, yeah, Cinemorph has played, Angie's been playing, she's played Diablo in the past. She always picks the Necromancer. She's a Necromancer player. I'm still playing Tales of the Shire, and I pre-ordered Silent Hill F. I'm drowning in games. You're going to have that problem very soon, Ange, where you're going to have more games than time. And then you're going to have to pick and choose. That's what I have to do right now. It's very difficult. Diablo is awesome. I play that as well, Goji Berry. Tales of the Shire, while not my kind of game, looks pretty cute. And Silent Hill F looks amazing. Yeah, probably. Well, if their track record is anything to go by, it'll probably be a good game. They did good on the Silent Hill 2 remake, so it'll probably be good. Yeah, watched your fun play of Wu Chang. Didn't that give you a good idea of it though? It is pretty Wu Chang. I have to say, I wasn't expecting much from Wu Chang. I thought it was going to be, you know, your typical sexy game where it's like, okay, we're playing at Souls, but really it's about the attractive female character is the focus. But then when you play it, you realise there's actually some interesting systems going on, and it is actually quite difficult. I mean, I got to a place and I was like, I fought one boss, and then on the other exit there's another boss, and when I fought that one, he rinsed me so quickly, I was like, you know what, I'll come back to that later. I haven't gone back yet. When they rinse me in like 3 seconds, it tells me that I really do need to grind in and try and figure out how I dodge all their fucking moves. And or get lucky. Necromancers are some of the most powerful in Diablo 2, 3 and 4. Yeah, I don't know. I get a bit bored with Necromancers, I've got to be honest with you. The Rogue is probably my favourite type because you're going so fast. And I love just speeding through areas. The Necromancer, you're kind of reliant on your pets being deadly. You know, I get that it's for some people, it's just not for me. I had 250 something bucks on a gift card I forgot about and have like 6 months of game time and bought some alien some alien shirts. Oh, very nice. Silent Hill shirts and even an alien mousepad. And had money left over. Jesus. How... That's actually still got quite a bit though. If you've still got money left, who bought you the gift? Is it a family member or something? Crikey, big merch. Yeah, exactly. Well, Ange loves a bit of merch, and personally, you know, I'm a bit of a slut for merch. If I'm gonna be honest with you, especially Final Fantasy VII merch. Like Final Fantasy VII merch, I'll go nuts. Like, I bought a couple of figures from their Square Enix store. And I had to talk myself out spending, I think like 1,200 for like one of these this cloud figure that they had because it looked really cool. I avoid the store now because I'm afraid that if I go in there, I'm going to buy it. And I absolutely should not be buying that kind of shit. I can't afford it. So at the moment, I'm avoiding things.
Without a crystal or a bearer before I came here, I'd have taken you for a madman. But no, here it is. The secret's in the bellows, you know. They're Master Sid's own design. The other Master Sid.
Yes, the original Master Sid. This one isn't Sid, by the way. This is Clive. Just you know. You did not just say that. I did. I can't help it. Seasoned Rogue is what I'm doing currently. Yeah, you see, I like the Rogue. All I play is next month, so I've never tried another build in Diablo. Yeah, you haven't, and you really should. You really should. You did not just say that. It was from a long time ago when I bought an extra Xbox Series S for $50, and I sold it because I didn't need it, and they gave me 250. Essentially, I flipped it. See, that's playing the long game right there. And then you were just like, you know what, I'm going to have a spend up. I'm going to go crazy on the stores.
Look, Sid, Squeaks wants to meet you.
Oh, Squeaks.
I can keep him, can't I?
I don't think there's any rule about you keeping a rat on here, buddy. There's probably thousands of rats. Hello, Squeakus. Nice to meet you.
This plank will have to be replaced.
Poor Squeakus. Squeakus bohecus. Dee diddly dee dee. Hella flipped it, killer. Well, Ange likes to play the long game. I went crazy. I felt like a kid on Christmas. Well, if you were going to splurge on something, might as well be on some ridiculous tat you don't need, eh? That's how I always justify it.
Ah, Sid. We were just about to start our next lesson.
Ah.
You're welcome to join us, but be warned. I tolerate absolutely no tomfoolery.
Well, that's a shame, because I was all about the tomfoolery in school. I would sit there and look out the window and dream that I was fucking anywhere else. Oh dear me, I'm probably the wrong audience.
The Lordsman says I can borrow as many books as I can carry. This was all I could carry.
One. You couldn't put one under the other arm? Well, you probably carry two. Then again, though, if it's Hippocrates, he's probably got about 15,000 tomes on one subject.
What's the matter, Sid? You look as pale as the day your predecessor slung you in the cell next to mine.
Oh, you were the other hobo, were you?
Are you? Of course you aren't. You're a changed man now. We both are.
You certainly look it, bruv. You've turned me around. I believe you. Any money, he's going to turn out to be a villain later on. Just early predictions. Dude, I'm flipping, dipping, ducking, diving, and dodging with the rogue right now. I like the rogue is just really fast in Diablo. I just like the fact you can clear dungeons quick. Like, you spend so long in that game running the same fucking biomes over and over. The quicker you can get through them and get through the season. That was like my goal every time. So the rogue just let me fire through shit as quick as I could.
No one works longer or harder than our Otto. You can scour the whole of Storm and Ash, and you won't find a better man.
Well, appreciate that.
Escape from the slave markets. How'd you manage that?
Well, this is like your atypical tavern. Oh, Compendium of Rosarian Verse. The reels run red with braves men's blood, and to the talons flow in flood, then out to sea. But those same souls whose souls are touched by flames in phoenix claws are clutched, and near shall die. So dry thine eyes, thy groom is gone, but in thy babe his light lives on, and so shall he. What do you guys think of that? You guys think that was good? Be honest. Was that a good verse? I mean, it rhymed. That gives it some points in my book, but I don't know. Yeah, the sorcerer is slow. The addition of the horse is great. I like the sorcerer because she's like... She, he, whatever. Is like a powerhouse. Sorcerer is pretty good. I like the sorcerer. Again, anything that gets me through the environments quicker, I'm in favour of. I just never found the Necros to be very powerful when it came to that. But again, that's my experience. Some people probably stormed the fucking dungeons with a fucking Necro build. I just never found... And I'm not one of those people who looks at build guides either. I can't be bothered. I just want to do my own build and have it be good. That's one of the things where Diablo always annoys me, because I can't just make my own bespoke build and have it be powerful. I have to follow someone's build guide. And I'm like, I can't be bothered to read your build guide. Then just let me make my own and have it be as powerful. How about that? Treatment diary. Today Clive visited the infirmary to have me dress a laceration on his left forearm. I cleaned and stitched the wound and instructed him to rest the arm so they could heal, but not an hour later he was leaving on another mission. This must be the 100th time he's disobeyed any instructions. The next time he comes to me for treatment, I'm tying him up. I'm tying him to the bed. Kinky. Okay. If that was Jill, we'd be having a different conversation right about now.
As a rule, Gav only resorts to letter writing when there's trouble. That, or he's misplaced the Stolas. Let's hope this time's the exception.
Poor Gavlar. As an actual poet myself, it is really nice. I just like my army of skeletons. It is really nice. I can't play without a build guide off. I can't play without a build guide off Icy Veins. What do you use a Ange? Do you use a build guide then? Do you use one? Because I've never used one. I've always just run my own thing.
Have you finished sorting those reports?
I mean, people who do, I've seen them. They're overpowered. They can run to areas and wipe them out in like 3 seconds. Smart people would follow a build guide, but I like having my individuality when it comes to my build.
Clive, is everything all right?
But at the same time, I often question whether or not I'm doing the right thing. Like, sure, that means that the whole idea behind the game is to build something that everyone builds, just so you can rinse the game in like 3 seconds. You know? I also never use build guides. No, again, it just feels like then you're not playing the game. You're doing what someone else has told you to do, you know? But then again, I often question if that's the right move. I do, because I generally don't know what gear I should be using, so I always like to swap my stuff for higher gear, but then I use a guide for where I should spend my points for abilities. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I just always picked what I liked, not what people told me to do. But again, did you find the game easier when you did it that way? Like, was it easier to do some of the end game content? Because I could never do the end game content. I was always too weak to do it. I mean, to be honest with you, I always get bored of fucking Diablo. I mean, I've been doing it like every 3 months for like years at that point. I've stopped since because I just can't be bothered anymore.
Letter from Gav. He left it on your desk.
When they started fucking around with the battle pass and charging us more for less, I was like, nope, I'm done. Don't need it anymore. Don't need it anymore. The oath created the day Clive pledged his allegiance to Cid. This crystal shard, transfixed with twin daggers, is a powerful reminder of a promise made, friendship forged, and a legacy inherited. That is quite a cool visual, to be fair. We need to get more treasures for that wall. Out here. Anything? Is it just a view? Oh, no, we've got a treasure chest. Oh, goblin coin. Okay, I'll take it. Missives. The reading table. Reports, letters, and other important missives addressed to Clive are delivered to the reading table in his chambers. New messages are always arriving, so make a point to check the reading desk upon returning to the hideaway. The Republic's play. The Republican army marches on the Empire at Twinside, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing. I reckon I'll see you're done to wear upon my return. Gavlar.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kuka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
Perfect time to storm.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one
Destroy
we've been
another
waiting
crystal.
for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years.
5 long years.
5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid.
Maybe it's because
Your body knows
Ultima
this
is
only
inside
too
of
well. It's merely trying
Joshua
to
at this
save
point.
you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give.
Yep.
In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there.
He
It
was
wasn't
there.
an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
He absorbed that thing into himself. He's not looking for that.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does.
Oh, she's getting the sherbets out. Right, hang on a minute. Right, this was my first Diablo game ever, so I had a lot to learn. Yeah, but again, I still think you're more versed than me, and I did every season from launch. And it's only because, again, I was steadfast, or again, I suppose stubborn in my approach that I'm not going to use any guides. I'm just going to fucking try and figure this out. Clearly, I wasn't very good at it. I like formulate my own build, and the one I made for my sorcerer I'm very proud of. I made an ice build with the sorceress, and I was pretty good with that. But again, after season 1, I moved on from the sorceress a bit. I tried to do every new season. I tried to try a different build just to see what it felt like. The first build I ever tried was the barbarian, but then I didn't like the barbarian, so I had to switch it up to the sorceress. You got to try Necromancer in Diablo 3. I think I did. Again, I've played all of them at some point. It was a lot easier. I was able to play veteran and clear dungeons in a breeze. Yeah, I bet. My builds I'm playing on the easiest mode. Well, I was trying to do all of the difficulties and get past all the seasonal shit, so I had to do the harder modes, but it was bullshit. I was able to get better stuff by playing on other tiers. Yeah, exactly. You get better drops. Skill tree is quite a bit more complex than Diablo 1, 2, 3, that's for sure. I'm not sure it's more complex, it's just more compact. And Diablo 2, you still had like extra moves, didn't you? Like you've only got like 6 attacks, and they just get boring the more you use them. I did go back and play Diablo 3 campaign, had tons of fun with that one. When I was doing 2, I had a lot more fun. But 2 is a bit slower, that was the thing. All pretty. Who, Jill?
To a world without mother crystals.
To a world without mother crystals, guys. Let me have a drink.
To Sid.
There we go. Whoa. To Sid. Aren't you Sid now, Clive? I mean, we're getting a bit muddled here. There's Joshua. Joshua looks pretty cool. He's about Clive's age now, or Clive's age when he was originally in the... when they first last met. Oh yes, Jill too.
That the blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time.
I populate a small village with Jill. What about you, Ange? Would you like a bit of Jill?
Is ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows.
Boom, boom, boom.
Our efforts in vain.
Oh dear me. Oh, these are the besties, eh? Fuck it hell. Oh dear me. Anyway. What have we got? I still think Joshua looks pretty cool though. Not gonna lie.
A moment, if you...
Oh.
My apologies.
Oh, hello.
I didn't mean to...
Yeah. I bet you didn't. Oh.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
And getting pissed.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha from the inn.
I don't think her and I could populate it. Well, that's true.
She's gone missing. Anyway.
She's got me there. I can't say
I'll read the
anything.
mess when you've finished.
Very well.
They were just getting sherbeted. What we got? Gathering Storm. Have you ever played you still haven't played any Final Fantasies, have you, Ange? Oh, you haven't played any at all, no? Ange really has not been playing any Final Fantasies. It's like a crime. There's so many people I've spoken to lately. None of them have played Final Fantasies. I'm like, what? You haven't played a Final... They're like, nah. Nah, we haven't played a Final Fantasy. And I'm like, really? Why not? Well, just couldn't get into it. I'm like, whoa, come on. Something's happened to Martha when you speak to Otto. Oh no. Oh no. Come on, Clive. We gotta save Martha from herself. We gotta save Martha fucker from herself. I haven't played the one. I played the one with the dude with blonde hair, and I was in what looked like an oil rig. He had a big blade. That's all I know. Cloud then. Did you play the original Final Fantasy VII or the newer ones?
Hither yon dance autumn winds atop the rotten pier.
I always think this guy's a bit overrated.
Return the faithful sing across the blighted mere.
Right. That's it. 2 verses. Do better. What can I say? I've got some high tastes. Oh yeah, that's his name. I think it was a remake. So was it good graphics or was it polygonal, like low poly graphics? That's how you know the difference. If it was new shiny graphics, voice of an angel. I also had a voice. That was Cody from Teen Wolf, or at least that's where he was originally from. I know him from Teen Wolf. He voices Cloud. And yeah, Tyler Hoechlin, whatever the fuck his name is, he voices Sephiroth, which is the villain. Again, that series of game loved to bring in the Teen Wolf actors. At least those two.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled.
A bard, that's it. That's his name, a bard.
But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word
Martha
to anyone.
vanished?
And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
Doesn't sound right,
You
bruv.
think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was.
Of course it bloody was.
The Empire's been tightening its grip, ran the duchy's balls.
Oh.
They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power.
God, blasphemy.
It sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complaining it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing.
This doesn't bode well for
Into the
Martha.
hands of the Empire. We could be next.
Or she's dead.
A couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Great.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes. It was really good graphics, and there was a girl with black hair who took me to a village or a town, and there was a bar. Seventh Heaven, and are you talking about Tifa? Mr. X's lady in waiting, his queen waifu, the one who he would castrate himself to see. The one who he was going on at me for every stream to appreciate her feminine contours. I mean, you know, this is the kind of thing that that a streamer such as me suffers. I keep getting told that I'm not doing justice to the feminine lady's shapes, and I need to do better. Oh dear me, it's hilarious. I love it. I love it. It's craziness, but there it is. Goji certainly does not help. He throws petrol and gasoline on the fire. God damn it, Cooper! Why don't you just tell me what's on the board? It's going to be quests. Fine.
Finished sorting those reports yet?
Fucking hell! Stop getting on me. I'm a leader of a whole nation. I need to.
Sid.
No, just
Cole
Clive.
and his men left earlier. I can have another party ready if you deem it necessary.
Oh yes, please do. Right. Find the curse breakers. Now I gotta open up the local map. Is that a local map? I know, I can open the world map. Here we go. Right, where are we going? Okay. The old hideaway. What's the famous ambition on to climb this pain's forward path to a better tomorrow? Or is this where we are now? This is where we are now. This is where we need to go. Martha's Rest. There you go. I always get confused. I always think that that emblem is where I need to be. Although there is a side quest here. What have we got? Cork and Ball. The fuck is that? The fuck is that? Where's the side quest? Where is it? Where are you hiding, side quest? Where is it? Right, it's to the south. Fuck me. Oh, it's down there. There it is. Okay, I found it. I found it. If there was a top 50 list of all the best waifus in video game history, Tifa would be number one, no contest. Are you channeling Mr. X energy there, Goj? But you may as well know Jessie in FF7 is my girl. I know that. I know. She is Farik Buddy. Bruddy. Okay. The stuff she says to Cloud in the remake got me sweating. Okay. Then she dies. No! 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 Yes, she does die. It's a shame. Mind you, she got more airtime. More airtime than I would have ever given her.
Everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
Ah.
The lake water doesn't agree with it then.
Gonna have to get you some bubble
That's
gum.
one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts.
Is it made out of timefall by any chance?
Pitch might stave off the rock for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't.
bloody more.
Not any bloody more.
Tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Oh, fuck. Someone finds you some pitch.
Of course, Obolus.
And I'll find you some base as
Your
well
skiff
while
is
I'm
our
there.
only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees.
Really?
But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands.
Right.
Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative.
Stop planting our own trees, post
And it
haste.
just so happens, I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot.
Sticky wax? What are we talking about?
Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
We won't need a forest for that small flipping boat though, would you? 2 planks of wood? Fucking
Never
boatman.
been to Curltail Falls myself. Never seen a curl for that matter. Not that I want to. I heard they'll tear a man from cock to crown soon as look at him.
They love talking about
Good
cocks,
thing
don't
all
they?
we need is some wax from a thorny pitcher.
Is that... Are you talking about a cock again? Wax from a thorny pitcher? Are you talking about another penis? How many penises are you going to need in these analogies? I mean, there's quite a few penises you're talking about at this point. 3 reeds. We've got to go and get some dick. I mean a cock. I mean beech. I mean wood. I mean some kind of wood. Yes. Thorny thistles. It's you know, it's all about thistles. As long as we find thistles, the world makes sense. That's a rule. From what to wear? Cock to crown. That's what he said. Cock to crown. A part of me died with her. I'm sorry to hear that, Coach. You need to find a way of making it so your cock to crown doesn't do any more pain. Doesn't get any more pain than it needs. Here we go. Look, we gotta get some beech. Where is it?
Easier than
Beech?
felling a forest, I said. Trees don't have teeth.
You're finished.
Dead. Just like that. See that? Dispelled the bastards. Pitcher wax. That's what we went to get. A sticky substance found in the pitcher of a carnivorous plant that thrives in the Rosarian lowlands. Pitcher wax.
Can't imagine Obolus needing any more than this.
I'm here, but I'm vacuuming, so don't mind me listening. Don't mind me listening. No worries, Ange. I totally get it, mate. Don't you sweat it. Oh dear me. Peak commentary for vacuuming. Well, yeah, talking about cock to crown. Absolutely, it is. You guys come here for this kind of these kind of intelligent discussions. You know, I try to accommodate as much as I can, while remaining a little bit PC, a little bit sensitive. Not much, I'll admit, but some. Not that PC. I mean, let's be honest. You've got to be realistic here. You know, I'm not peak woke. I can be like 5% woke. We can inject a little bit of wokery. I mean, Jesus Christ, what am I saying? Need to get my fucking head examined. Right, let's go. Down you go, bitch.
That's better.
Oh shit, wrong thing. Wrong thing! Use a potion I didn't want to use. Wasted. Healing. Whoa! See that? Cock to crown. Yep. That's right, Coach. Summed up perfectly. Summed up perfectly. Have you guys, I tell you what, have you guys been paying attention to this fucking MasterCard shit? Like, they came out the other day, I had to laugh. They're catching a load of fucking flack, right, for this censorship bullshit. They're now getting, people are making guides for what to do when you call their fucking, like, telephone line. So if you call, like, MasterCard or Visa, they're advising, or PayPal I think it is as well, they're advising, like, they're giving you a script. Like, you just call and basically try and get put through to someone at Visa to complain about the censorship bullshit they were fucking allowing. And that they are now being an arbiter on fucking what is art, which is hilarious. But I had to laugh because you then had MasterCard coming out and going, well, it's not us, it's not in our rulebook, we're not actually saying that. And then you had Valve coming out and basically going, you know what? That's exactly what you say in your fucking guidelines. When we tried to talk to you about it, you wanted to be dicks. And now you're trying to throw the blame on other people because you know for a fact you're the ones who mandated this horse shit. And now you're the ones who are saying that you can say what art is allowed. Fucking bullshit. I saw it and I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? Why would Valve mandate this if it wasn't because of these fucking payment processes? It's absolute fucking bullshit. And it's why you've got games like fucking mouthwashing DLC, which isn't a fucking offensive game at all. It's meant to be talking about the issues. You're now saying that games who even talk about, you know, questionable topics now can't even exist, even if they're not celebrating them, they're denigrating them. I mean, it's fucking stupid. Double standards at play is absolute bullshit. Alright, Stitch. Hey, Cloud. How you doing, buddy?
Welcome to the party, pal.
Sorry, I was just ranting. Dizzle my nizzle, hello. There you go, Javari, and all in chat. That's great. Yeah, sorry, I was mid rant. I read about this fucking shit with these payment processors. And yeah, I don't think payment processors should be telling people what they should and should not be selling on their fucking storefronts. I mean, that's well, they're catching a lot of flack for it, and I'll be surprised if they didn't at least reel it back, because I think it's a very stupid idea that Visa and MasterCard have any fucking clue what is right to show. They don't have a fucking clue. Not even these idiots who got it approved know what it's about. Beyond just things they don't like. They don't like something, so it needs to go. It's like, fuck off. There's plenty of things I don't fucking like in games. I don't get them banned. Looks like a coin mid-rant. You did. Hope you're good, mate. I'm doing good, mate. How are you? Did you have a good weekend? Oh, shit. Don't you fuck with me, Gigas! Woo, shit. Ooh, he tried. You tried. Didn't work, though. Ooh. Hoorah! Rage. Go on, Torgo. Kill him. Kill him. Shit, he's pissed. He's pissed. He's coming for me. Nice try, bruv. You ain't getting it. I've got something for you, though. Ooh. Ooh. And you go again. Oh, yeah. One Gigas dead. Or should I say, like, Rat King, or whatever the fuck he's called. Basically, the Goblin King. Or one of them. But yeah, how was your weekend, Cloud? Was it good? Yeah, sorry for the rant. I was, you caught me mid-stream. Caught me mid-chaos. Mid-chaos control mode. I was channeling my inner shadow. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. What else am I missing? Just trying to clear the area while I go. Is this bridge new? No, it's what I crossed. I crossed the bridge. Getting confused. Getting turned around because of all the fog. I'm basically grinding out all this shit because I want to get more money so I can buy some more of these fucking items. More money, more XP. I want to get up levels quicker. Lots of things I've got to achieve here. Because the quicker I get up, in terms of level anyway, no one wants killer bees on their land. Oh, some lead in for you. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh. So much for him. What else we got? What else you got for me? Oh, he's not dead. Now he is. Switch. Hell yeah, Stitch's rants are legendary. They are. I wish I could run that fast. Well, you need to channel that. You need to channel that necromancer energy that you conjure for Diablo, and just what you need to do. Something you need to do, mate. You get all over it, you'll be sorted. His rants are why I stuck around, and now it's been over 2 years I've been coming around. Yeah, my bitching. Yeah. I do a good rant, to be fair. I talk absolute shit for like a minute and I can't stop. I'm just like, ugh, fucking infuriating bollocks. And yeah, I just can't stop. You can call it hangry rants. Hangry rants? Yeah, because I'm a little bit hungry, so you know, yeah, that does fly. You know. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed them both. I do them for you, buddy. I do them for you. And a little bit for me. I'm not entirely selfless. There's a little bit of selfishness going on. I say it because I want to say it. Shit. Come here. Get over here. Another one dead. Oh, what else in here? Oh my god, it's the Brahma Ball. Gotta fight the rock.
No mistakes.
Oh shit, he's going for a bear press. Not bad. I'm gonna hit you in the arse with fireball speed. And you go. Try and stand up now, bitch. Oh, he's pissed. He's pissed. Oh, he was going for me. It's the end of the rock. The rock died at my hands. The Brahma Ball. Sorry, bud. Let's celebrate, Torgal. Let's do a high five. Good job.
After it.
Come on. Ow. Oh, it was treat time, was it? Okay, fair enough. I never disparage between food time and anything else. If it makes you feel any better, any wife goes, God, I love UK accents. My wife goes, really? Jesus Christ. I have to say, yeah, I don't get it much over here in the UK. It's because everyone hears it too much. Everyone hears the older, commoner bullshit rage, which is something along the lines of what I've got. Finally, fighting the side quests. Yep. Finally getting through it, Mr. X. What about you, Ange? Do you like the UK accent? I'm again, speaking as a person who hears it all the time, it really does get over the blood. Whatever was good, thanks, mate. Completed Mafia. Oh, you completed it already? Fucking hell, you don't mess around, do you? Jesus Christ. Do you just steamroll through the whole game? Jesus, I remember when I used to be able to do that. I can't fucking do it anymore. Games I play always last about 50 fucking hours. But then again, I am playing Final Fantasy games, so I have myself to blame, to be fair. There's a lot of shit going on in these kind of games. I don't know how long Mafia is, but I imagine it's definitely not as long as Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which has about in excess of like 300 hours of fucking content. Which is no joke. It's, well, not content, but, you know, busy work. To get platinum. Busy platinum work. Oh, killer bees, they're done. Because I'm on the couch watching now. Oh. I can do Scottish, British and Irish accents, but I live in Kansas, USA. Yeah, see, Goji's better at accents than me. I can't do them. I can't do any other than my own. Big Horn, Big Mad. Well, he lost. He lost. The Brumble lost. I just do bad British accents because of growing up watching Spice Girls. Yeah, I honestly can't say. I didn't even know they were that big in Pennsylvania. They are they? TCG reading here does not help to understand the plot. If it only diversifies a bit, some knowledge about some elements of the game. I don't do bad, Mr. X. I do okay understanding the plot. My parents said I was obsessed growing up. You'll understand the whole plot by watching the cutscenes and completing side quests. Well, that's what we're about to do, or at least what we're trying to do. I am trying to be more quiet when the cutscenes come on now, but I mean, again, I try and mix it up a bit of both. You gotta have a bit of all of Stitcher. You can't just, you can't just be like, I'm just gonna watch the cutscenes and be quiet. Otherwise, I may as well just play this offline on my own. You need to mix it up a bit. You need to do a bit of both. You guys need to get my reactions more than anything else. Or at least I would imagine that. There we go. What else have we cleaved out here? Bloody hides. Oh, great. This is where that guy hid, isn't it? Not there so much anymore. Oh shit, you completed Mafia already, Claire. I know. It's hardcore. He'd already finished it. Didn't take him very long at all. Did it in 3 nights over the week. That's hardcore shit. That's hardcore shit. Love British television. I used to love British television until it got ruined. Now it's not even funny anymore. I mean, again, because of, well, shall we say, because of leftist ideology, and I mean, obviously extreme leftist ideology, you can't have a laugh anymore at certain things. That's one of the things that really infuriates me, because I'm just like, look, we got to be able to have a laugh. Okay, I'm all about not offending people, but at the same time, you can't not offend anyone. It doesn't work that way. You need to be able to have a joke. People who can't laugh at themselves are just miseries. You need to be able to laugh at yourself. If you cannot do that, I mean, I seriously don't know who can help you. Because the world isn't like that. Either be an adult, realise it's just a joke. You know, you're not meant to be take any serious offence to any of this shit. People, I remember when South Park mocked like Asperger's and shit by calling it Arsburgers, and they mocked the Asperger's. I'd still laugh at it. They've mocked autism in the past. It's fair game. I'm not going to sit here and go, oh my god, you shouldn't be mocking autistic kids. And it's just like, you know, you can mock anything. I mean, providing it's a joke, surely. Not. But now it's all about, you know, oh, we're going to offend this person. Oh, we're going to offend that person. Oh, we can't make a joke like because we're going to offend these people. It's just like, no. It's just, you've got to try and just have a bit of fun. You know, people aren't perfect. It's just not the way the world works. The world is not perfect. So you should not be acting like you're above any mockery. No. It's nice because it's fairly short, about 12 hours. Oh, okay, so it's not that long. Nice story-based game. I love it when they're relatively well, in good length, shall we say. You know, I know you can get a lot of busy shit going on, but at the same time, it's nice just having a concise narrative where you can just finish the fucking thing, isn't it, really? But, yeah. Anyway. I'll try and keep my rants to a minimum. Ooh. Dead. Early 2000s British television is great stuff. Yeah, I mean, we had like the In-Betweeners, we had loads of really good things. Peep Show was a really funny show. It was like one of my favourites. Peep Show. Like, you even had like Jimmy Carr and stuff who did like edgy comedy back then. I'm pretty sure nowadays he can't do any edgy comedy, or if he does, I imagine it's very risque and probably some people hate him because of it. Don't get me wrong, I don't think he's that funny, but he used to say some really dodgy shit. I think today we'll get destroyed. Ricky Gervais, obviously, he's considered a right winger now. Just, and again, blue stuff, but I don't know. I just think, again, it's just people who can't laugh at themselves. They're just people I don't understand anymore. Don't understand people who can't laugh at themselves. If I didn't laugh at myself at least every day, I'd go nuts. I would go crazy. That's no word of a lie there. No word of a lie. Anyway, I think we farmed enough content outside. Hopefully we got some good coin out of that, because that was one of the reasons for me farming a little bit, because I wanted to get some fucking money. Because this game is very stingy, and I've had to equip an item that gives me more gold and more XP. But I want the third item that gives me more ability points as well. I want to triple it up. Come on, Stick, get him. You should find the accent of a true British gentleman, one that respects all adult waifus. Well, if I ever find it, Mr. X, you'll be the first to know. I'll be like this guy's peak waifu commentator. Fucking Imperial. What the fuck?
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Oh yeah, this is like now all dead land, isn't it?
Let's get you to a physical.
What they don't realise is this is because of fucking Clive.
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes.
Okay.
Saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Culling. Advertised quest. Okay. I love Ricky Gervais. Ricky is and always will be an absolute beast, one of the greatest. Well, I'll say this for him, he always speaks his mind. I mean, again, you'd be surprised the amount of comedians that nowadays won't. I mean, I'm sure a lot of these people who used to make good comedy sitting there now going, I've got to write shit comedy now.
Right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
From Annabelle. Probably from Annabelle. You know what? Let's go back and just hand this quest in quick. I'm going to post a clip from Peep Show in the Discord server now just for Stitch. I appreciate that, mate. Oh, look, it's Gog. Gog? Yeah. The guy, you know, in school, if you were gonna fart or something, you go up and do it in his face. Gog. Hope he doesn't know it was me who did the shit in his mum's airing cupboard. Oh god, I'm conjuring up all kinds of random shit from Peep Show. Sorry guys, I can't help it. You get me on a Peep Show fault train. There's so many good episodes. Peep Show, oh god, it was peak comedy. Yeah. Season 2 of Peep Show is one of the best seasons of television I've ever seen. And for comedy, oh my god. David Mitchell and Robert Webb, they did it really good. Peep Show was just classic. Oh, fucking, it's just one of the best shows. It was one of the best shows ever. Peep Show, In-Betweeners, even Fresh Meat. I didn't mind Fresh Meat. I was a bit mixed on Fresh Meat, but I really did like Fresh Meat when I watched it. It's a bit more, shall we say, a little bit more serious in places, but it's still funny. You know, it reminded me very much of Spaced. And again, Spaced. If you haven't seen peak Simon Pegg, Spaced. He was fucking amazing in Spaced. Spaced is like one of his best fucking shows. Like the best thing he's ever been in. And again, that's saying I know nowadays he's a bit more controversial of a figure, Simon Pegg, but back then he had a bit of edge to him. And again, that was peak Simon Pegg.
Did you find me some wax?
Fucking good.
Find is one way of putting it.
Here you go. You got your wax, brother.
Reeks like a
Chocobo's arse. But I don't suppose the Argo will mind.
I suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Fuck yes.
Argo. So your boat has a name.
And he has feelings.
Yeah. Same as me old man.
Says me old man. Says me old China.
Before the blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail
another day. Yeah. You're welcome. I'm going to post a clip from Peep Show in Discord. This is part of the plot concerning Queen Mother, the Heartless Hag. Peep Show is so good. Nah, mate. Peak Simon Pegg was Hot Fuzz. Really? I didn't like Hot Fuzz as much as I did Spaced. Gotta be honest with you. The Cornetto trilogy, I'll give it to you. They're pretty good. Hot Fuzz was okay. It grew on me more. I didn't like it when I first watched it. After a few viewings, I was like, alright, it's not that bad. But Shaun of the Dead was the better film to me. I liked Shaun of the Dead more than I did Hot Fuzz. Although I did like Hot Fuzz, I just didn't think it was as good as Shaun of the Dead. And then we had The World's End, which I didn't really like at all. I've got to be honest with you. Shaun of the Dead was the best one for me, but Hot Fuzz was okay. I didn't mind it. I really didn't like it when I first watched it, though. But Spaced, I'm sorry. To me, that was gold, Simon Pegg. I loved Spaced. So good. So peak British TV. At least South Park is still going strong. That's true. That's true. At least they say what they want, don't they? They take the piss out of both sides. I can't fault them at all. You know. We just got to hope they always do it that way. That someone doesn't come in and go, hang on a minute, we can't start saying this now. I mean, there have been people who have tried to cancel South Park a few times. And there's been terrorist groups and God knows whatever else trying to take them down. You know, it's... You know, it is what it is. But still. Hot Fuzz is so good, like mind-blowing. Simon Pegg is great in everything he does. Okay, man. Well, again, I think he's... It's just, he said some things more recently that have made me question, you know, question his, I guess, some of his opinions on certain things. And again, it's the classic thing. When a celebrity starts going overly political on different things, they start making themselves, you know, not approachable to certain people. And Simon Pegg started a very controversial campaign against Star Wars fans. Which, again, rubs me wrong to a certain degree because Star Wars has been shit for years. And he was, like, going against people who were saying it was terrible. Which, as far as I'm concerned, that's within their right to do. But he called the Star Wars fan base toxic. And I was like, they're not... Some are, I'll give you that, but not all of them are. They just have been given shit Star Wars for too many years, and now they've had enough. They have every right to say it's bad. You know, they can't really denigrate them for saying the truth. The Star Wars has been shit for a very long time, you know. But again, and the funny thing is as well, the reason it's hypocritical, he used to take the piss out of the sequel like the prequel trilogy all the time, and he didn't consider himself toxic for saying they were bad films. But now he's kind of going against the line he was made famous for, because Spaced, ironically, is him taking the piss out of a load of Star Wars stuff. Which, you know, he felt, because that's what he felt, that's what he was saying at the time. So, again, I just think he tries to hide his motivations sometimes, and it's made him a little bit controversial, I thought. But, you know, he's still a good actor. I still think he's funny. I just think he's, you know, a little bit two-faced. Just a little bit. Okay, man. The plot of Shrek 5 is underdeveloped. It's just been announced that the film's premiere has been postponed to summer 2027. Really? Oh, okay. Shrek 5. I didn't even know how many are there. There's four Shrek films. I think I only saw 1 to 3. They've been going hard on the Mango Mussolini lately. DreamWorks, however, is afraid of the rule go woke, go broke. He's got the same way as Mark Hamill, mate. Screw them both. Mark Hamill's just got the wrong idea. I thought he hated The Last Jedi, but later on he came out and was like, he likes it. And I was like, you don't, Mark. You were coming out and saying it was fucking terrible. You were saying you were playing Jake Skywalker, for fuck's sake. So clearly you had an issue with it. And then you were told probably by Disney to shut your fucking mouth. That just, again, that makes you a bit disingenuous in my book. But, you know, lost their minds believing into the BS. Yeah, I think they have to a certain degree. And again, it's fine to say that some people like these new films. And again, more power to them. If you liked the fucking sequel trilogy or whatever, good for you. I'm happy for you. I wish I did. Sequel trilogy was shit. From my point of view.
Are you hurt?
Oh, dear me.
It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
I'll save you, love.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The Abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough.
Oh, so the bearers attacked him.
Then they may still be alive.
Oh, I doubt that.
Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Star Wars fans don't forget. No, they don't. They don't. Star Wars fans, again, like fandoms of anything, they're passionate about their thing. You know.
Some sort of twisted joke.
I can't say.
There's only ever been one order of shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
It seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
I mean, I've always aired on the same kind of principle that, I mean, I'm not a big Star Wars fan, I'll admit. I do miss the days when it was good, I'll say that. But I am a fan of Final Fantasy, for example, right? And if someone came in, which they have on other Final Fantasy games, on various ones, and I've said I don't like them, or at least, you know, there's been a couple of games where I'm like, you know, I think it's within my right to say I don't like it and not be called, you know, a bigot or whatever. It's just like, I don't like this. It's not anything bigoted about my response. But people can't leave it at that. They just think you're being toxic or some bullshit like that. And it's like, I'm not being toxic. I just don't like it. It's not personal. I'm not being personal about this. Being personal so far as a fan would be personal. I'm personal because I love this series and someone has come in and made something shit with it. You know? And I wouldn't have it on my franchise, so I sure as shit wouldn't be happy for it if it was happening to Star Wars and that was my franchise. And Star Wars fans have had a really bad run of terrible Star Wars products. Like, terrible films. You know, terrible TV shows. And I've been enough of a fan of them to watch them. Some of them anyway, not all of them. And they're just not as good. You know, people are not lying when they say it's terrible. They're not lying. It's badly written. It's not written well. Again, that's people's opinions. They can have those opinions. They shouldn't be denigrated for having opinions. You know, they should be...
Are we too late?
Oh shit, that's not
good. There might still be someone inside.
Oh shit. Ariana informed me of what I missed since I was stuck inside the store. She even chatted. Oh, what? That was Ariana, was it? Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus. What did she say? That she loves Ricky Gervais? Man, I love Trump, but the South Park episodes are hilarious. JD Vance posted a screenshot of him in South Park and said, I've made it. South Park episodes made me laugh so hard. Yeah, I mean, again, they're in good fun. They're in good spirits. That's because Disney probably paid him to shut the fuck up. Exactly. Well, exactly, they did. Of course they did. I don't even reckon they paid him. They said, Mark, if you care about your bank balance, you will shut up. You will keep supporting these films even if you don't like them. And to be honest with you, that's a fair response to say to him. But now, years after the fact, and he said as well that he's not going to be Luke Skywalker anymore. So now why not just lay the truth on the line and say, look, I didn't like The Last Jedi. I thought it was a terrible film. I thought my personification in it as Luke Skywalker was terrible. And I said so at the time. And, you know, I don't think that. Disney, you know, kind of hinting that I should probably go that way. And I was like, no. And I laid my opinions heard at the time. But now that I'm outside of the Disney umbrella, I can say with certainty, I hated the sequel trilogy. Because he did. Let's be honest. He hated it. And I don't blame him. He's not the only one who hated it. But now he's recently come out and said a load of bullshit that's basically like, you know, oh yeah, they were good films. Like, you know, I understood it. I didn't understand it at the time, but I do now. It was just like, fuck off, did you, Mark? But yeah. I'm so hyped to see what setting they'll pick for FF17. Well, I'm curious. I would like to know. Yeah, I'm curious. Final Fantasy 17, yeah. Chin up, mate. Hopefully we should see a resurgence soon. We need to see something. They need to do something better than what they... I mean, they did Andor. I'll give them that. Andor was pretty good. You know, I didn't think it was going to be that good, but it was. Fingers crossed, common sense will prevail. I'm sure it will eventually. It's just, you got to wait, haven't you? This is why I'm praying Alien Earth is good tomorrow. Well, you know, you could... Again, I try not to go into anything. Like, if you love a property, and I know you love Alien, Ange. You know, it's not a problem to really want to see the best out of it. You know, go in with a positive mindset. If you don't like it, then you just got to be honest about that. You know. No. There's only 2 in here?
Damn it.
Jesus.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Oh, hello.
Murderers.
Oh,
They
really
drove
now?
the bearers to this.
Oh, really?
Wait. These two aren't turned.
You dead dicks.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them.
Bitch of an
Colluding with the
innkeeper,
enemies
eh?
of the Empire is a serious offence.
Oh, really? Bring more. Bring more, bitch.
Crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law.
Oh, dearie me.
To dwell in darkness that we
I'm
may
hungry.
purge the night and
I'm
welcome
hungry for some
lasting
stooge.
dawn. On these our swords we swear.
Oh, on my
Dare you
sword.
speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
Shit.
This won't take long.
No, it won't. This won't take long. I'm hungry. I'm just going for you first, buddy. Oh! Oh! Is that all you got? Is that all you got? Bullshit. Anyway. He has hinted at his dislike for it in the past. He has. If we're honest, he doesn't like it. He won't say any different because he thinks it upsets the fans. Mark Hamill cares about the fans more than he does most things. I'll say that for him. He's because he's got a lot of fans who like it and a lot who don't. So I suppose in order to stop from being considered toxic, he's just gone, you know what? I thought it was alright. You know, and that's fair enough. You know, it is what it is. I don't agree with him, but there we go. That's his right. Yes, laughing like that was... Well, she's got good tastes. You know, convey that. 100% good tastes. Ricky Gervais says what he wants. You know, I like people who speak their mind. It's certainly what we need more of nowadays. The amount of people who can't speak their mind is astonishing.
Is that all of them?
We killed him.
I think so.
We killed him, but we killed him. And it felt good to kill them. Arseholes. Star Wars Outlaws sequel cancelled and I was like, good. Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor are way better. I mean, again, I can't... From what I've played of Star Wars Outlaws, I know I did a Christmas stream of it. It's got problems. Lots of problems. First of all, it shouldn't have been a live service. It should have been a solo game. And yeah, I don't know what they've done with the character model. She doesn't look right. There's some weird shit going on. And yeah, there's just... Gameplay is just very generic. Not being able to have different guns is a very silly idea. Not being able to pick who you work with or, you know, giving you a little bit of morality in the game probably would have helped. It's at its core, it's just a basic bitch game. And again, not many people want to play as bounty hunters. I think more people just want to be Jedis when it comes to Star Wars, I gotta be honest. I mean, you know, as much as I wouldn't mind playing as a Han Solo kind of character, on the other hand, it's like, you know, there's really not much there if you're not a Jedi, you know. I always want to play as a Jedi. The only Star Wars movie I'm looking forward to is the Mandalorian one because Sigourney Weaver is in it. Yeah. And the Mandalorian film, like, shows have been, you know, at least 75-25 good. I'll show up just for her. Of course, you alien fangirl. In combat, use Ramu's attacks and his lightning diamond. The only problem, fight the opponent close to him. Yeah, is that the one where he holds the staff in his hand? I was doing that. It's just... The core movesets are still quite fun to use. I like switching between the different ones. It gets you a nice range of attacks, Mr. X. I'm big on that. I like mixing stuff up a bit. Search the Abbey. Did the priest die as well? Oh, he did.
Fun.
Jesus Christ, they killed everyone.
The abbot.
Yeah, that's it, the abbot. He's dead and all. Fucking arseholes, man. That's what the black cloaks are, isn't it? Bastards.
The bearers died protecting him.
Ah,
calling
right.
upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
And then turned to stone.
Clive. He's breathing.
Oh. Oh, not the abbot. He nearly turned to stone. Look.
We're here to help.
Are the
Jesus.
Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
You did good, buddy.
If only that were true.
Yeah. Suppose not all of them are dead, are they? Look at him, look, he's all stone.
The Black Shields will return. The cuttings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid, where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Not going to be alive by the time you look back down.
Clive.
Yep. Turned to
He's gone.
stone. Ah, shit.
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers, they didn't need to die like this.
No.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew
They
the
went
fate
down
that
swinging.
awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Good for them.
Arthur said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix Jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Of course.
Dude's
Cole
hanging
and I
on
will
by a
remain
thread.
here
Yeah,
and
I
see to the
know.
Imperials.
Again, that's because they're branded. They're basically magic users who have been basically treated as second-class citizens by this society. And obviously we're one of them because we're capable of doing magic. But basically treated as second-class citizens. And they had a refuge with this priest. And he was sheltering them. And then they were found by these, I suppose you could call them like fascist nut job guards that were just on a killing spree and wanted to see bearers die basically or be enslaved. So they all rose up and fought to protect the guy who was protecting them. I mean, again, it's a good storyline. Can't deny that. It's a good storyline. And this is where the serious tone of this particular game is. Final Fantasy has never been this edgy, but this game certainly brought the edge. Again, I had my issues with some of the narrative beats, but some of the darker tones I actually do really like, because I'm a bit of a glutton for dark storylines personally. I know everyone's different, but when it comes to me, I love something gritty. I just love it. I spoke too soon. Yeah. This the Queen Mother's job, tcgstitch. Yep, Annabelle, the bitch. Basically, as well, this is the other thing, Ange, right? Our protagonist's mother is the person who leads these black cloaks. So she is a royal, like, absolute bitch who hates Branded, doesn't like Clive. Oh, this is an epic boss fight. Rank C. Is that all you are, brother? Come on then. Notorious marks. Every now and then, Clive may encounter creatures larger, faster, and more ferocious than most. Which, while flight is always an option, defeating these notorious marks can earn him not only renown, but also rare materials and also used to craft new gear and upgrade existing items. See that? Just posted some peep shows game gems in the Discord. I'll check them out. I'll check them out when I'm done here, Cloud. Appreciate it, buddy.
What am I saying? Of course it
Ooh,
has.
he was going for me there. There you go, bitch. Getting my health back. Jesus. Is that an AoE attack or some shit? Okay, I need to keep an eye out for that shit then. It's a one-hit kill move. What a dick.
It's over.
Eat shit. So I think you're one-hit cheat, bitch. What have people been saying? The only Star Wars movie I'm looking forward to is Mandalorian. I'll show up just for her. Combat Ramu's attack and the lightning diamond. The only problem, like the opponent close to him. Dude is hanging on by a thread. I spoke too soon. That's the Queen Mother's job, tcgstitch. Yep. Just posted some prep shots. Some peep show shots. That woman sounds like a jerk. She's evil, mate. She's evil. Look at the bro go. Well, I was trying. I didn't realise this thing had a one-hit kill attack. Which I don't like in games. I'm not a big fan of the one-hit kill. It's like, hang on a minute, then you got to keep an eye out for it. Every time he fills that area with red, you've got to dodge out the bloody way. And the dodge isn't exactly the fastest thing in this game. That's the problem. So, yeah. You got me the first time. You got me because I was not expecting that. Thought it'll do some damage, probably some heavy damage, but I'll survive. Nope. Jesus. That move hurt. That move hurt, Cloud. That move hurt. It hurt my feelings. Takes a lot to hurt my feelings, but it certainly did hurt them. Right, got to scatter the remains. They wanted to introduce that monster to us. There's going to be harder bosses like that in the game because Final Fantasy, again, Square love putting ridiculous challenges in some of these games. In fact, in all of them, I would say, actually. But yeah, Ange, go into obviously Aliens, like tomorrow's viewing of Alien tomorrow, with high hopes.
What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back.
We're going to save the Imperials. Bury them in a mound of shit. Genociding pricks. What a fight. I know, I got it done. I got it done. Only just. He was doing some real damage at one point. I had to pop a couple of potions. And my steel skin, one of my steel skin tonics. But I got it done. I got it done. That's what matters. But yes, tomorrow, Ange, when you go and see Alien, keep her, you know, keep a level head. It might be good. It might be good. They could really impress you. Best to go in thinking it could be amazing, because it is a possibility.
Thank you, Phoenix.
Tell Martha that they all died. Shame. Mind you, though, they were brave.
Oi, look sharp.
Says something for the character of them, doesn't it, really? Here we go. Oh.
What in the world? No one survived then?
No.
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains.
You protected them, love. It's more than anyone else was going to do for them.
Should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing
If
but
only.
a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable.
See, that's the thing. People talk about nastiness in today's society, like R word this or, you know,
I cannot make sense
big
of
at
her
that or
actions.
whatever. You want to see real bigotry? You see what the people are doing in this game.
A job for someone with more time on their hands.
Killing people
Right
just
now,
because of
I need
just slitting their
swords
throats and
men
God knows
to
whatever
wield
else. You want to talk about real,
If
like,
those Imperials think
monstrous
they can come in
shit?
here again and
Killing
threaten my
people?
people, they're in
That's
for
the
a
problem.
rude awakening.
Words
Oh,
mean shit
before
in
I
this
forget,
grand scheme of
a
things.
Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Ah,
Then
good.
we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer
tcgstitch
if you
need to
wish.
go. Bye, Goji Berry.
No
See you,
need.
Mr. X. Thanks for
I'll
stopping
be
by,
ready
buddy.
should the Imperials come calling.
See you next time, guys. Have a good one,
For
mate.
I
Thanks for
wouldn't
stopping
turn
by, as
my
always.
nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Oh. There we go. What a fight. Honestly, I think it will be good. Noah Hawley has my faith, and I really am not one to tear apart the work put into something, because I know you can't please everyone. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I totally get you. I heard it does ignore the prequels entirely, though. That was my only issue that made me worry a bit. The prequels. What one's that? Is that the one... Are those the ones with Michael Fassbender in them? Are they the prequel ones? Ain't that the truth? Peace out, Mr. X. Remember to admire all adult waifus with respect. Of course, Mr. X, of course. Have a good day, Mr. X. Mr. X has got a flavour. A thick, oily substance. Oh, listen to this, guys. This sounds lovely. Black blood. A thick, oily substance sometimes found pooling in newly formed wounds in the earth, such as the cracks left by tremors or the passing of an icon. Though it burns as hot and bright as any crystal, the liquid has until recently been largely ignored by the people of Valisthea due to the acrid smoke it emits when ignited. I've got lots of goodies I can trade. More like have a good sleep. Yeah. Mr. X, I think you're in Germany, aren't you? He's going to get some naps. It is getting late, to be fair. There we go. Return to the hideaway. Well, we did a lot of running about the shop today. Or we might have one last bit of side content to have a little smell at.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Try not to move.
Oi! You handy with that sword of yours?
Yeah.
Of course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing.
I am. But I've been known as Marvels.
Are you willing to use it or not? Because a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos? Fighting bandits?
It's true.
Chocobos have that power.
They saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot.
Good Chocobos.
And now they're back, looking to settle the score. Well, go on then. Don't just stand there.
Gotta save the Chocobos. I'm not gonna let Chocobos die.
All right.
There's a good lad.
There's a good
Where can
boo.
I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
I will, bruv, I will. Don't let them get any more pump in your step. The ones with David, yeah, like essentially he doesn't exist, or the engineers. Really? Why are they retconning that? It's a bit of a silly move, isn't it? I mean, you might not like the old canon, but at least it's something to build from. I mean, you don't have to like it in order to improve upon it, do you? Necessarily.
That's quite a name for a
Unless it
chocobo.
destroys a certain part of the lore, then I'd say it's valid. I mean, I'd be perfectly happy with them retconning the Acolyte for the Star Wars series. Considering some of the shit they did with that. But, yeah. Where are the bandits then? See a load of scorpions. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
White feather.
White
thought
feather.
Ambrosia was one of a kind.
Ambrosia, that's Clive's
Speaking of
Chocobo.
brave birds. Looks like they went that way.
Ambrosia. The one that jumped in the way when he was about to be crushed in the castle. I don't have time to do all these fights, so let's just go over here and make
These
do.
chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
Jesus, they killed the bandits. These chocobos won't be cold. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. You fucking hurt the chocobos, bitch.
You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Oh, no, you fucking don't.
Huh?
I'm gonna fucking enjoy killing you.
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Yes.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
You think I'm scared of you, bruh?
But don't say I didn't warn you.
I could eat a fucking army on my own. I'll eat you fuckers like breakfast. Okay, some of you done. What else you got? Oh. Too slow, bruv. Dead. I got a jet stitch. Peace, chat. Have a good one, Cloud. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Peace out. There's also says that it takes place in 2021, 2 years before the events of Alien. My friend saw it and confirmed that's the year. Then this week Noah said, oh, it takes place between Alien and Aliens. So it's actually, okay, so it's like Alien 1.5 then. You must be trolling fans. Who's saying this? Is Noah the director or something? Because if that date is in the first episode, no way it takes place in between aliens, and he sounded unsure. Man, you should know. You made the show. Me? I didn't. Oh, you mean him? Yeah. Well, again, to be honest with you though, because they've tried to tie so many so much shit to these franchises, I suppose a lot of them don't even remember the origins of some of this shit. I mean, initially when I watched the Star Wars stuff, after George Lucas had done his, prequel trilogy, which I mean, I've got to be honest with you, I didn't like. But you've got to imagine that it gets to a point where they don't know, like they try and insert different things into different periods, and they don't realise that there's lore and other things that tie around these things, and they don't read it or verse themselves in the material. Like, I don't know why none of these people, like, it seems to be an issue nowadays with people who, like, directors, writers, whatever, but they don't want to read the source material. Like, they don't want to read or, like, even consider, like, books that were written around the series. I mean, like, I'm sure there's been loads of Alien comics, loads of Alien, like, lore that you could really unpack. But, like you said, they don't seem interested in looking at the canon of the series that they're making. So they just make something obscure in the middle of nowhere because they don't know the ins and outs, which means they're not really fans. So then I hate it when people come out and they say, oh, well, I'm a fan of this. If you're a fan of it, you know what you're doing is wrong. Because you would have read everything, right? I mean, if you're a fan, that means you're very versed in the material. Like, for example, Ange, if you were making an Alien film, I imagine you would have read everything about Alien, you know, because you like it, right? You love the series. I wouldn't dare make a Final Fantasy VII spin-off or anything unless I'd read and absorbed everything about Final Fantasy VII. So that's why it annoys me that these people, they have the facility, even if they don't want to look at it themselves, they have the facilities to bring in fans or people who love the property, right? And say to them, look, is this canonically accurate? Do you think this is? And then you can have just like a panel of nerds who would just be like, yes, that works. No, that doesn't work. No, that's not, you know, yes, that works, etc., etc., you know. Then that way you could really tie into some of these things and it would actually be lore accurate. And then these people who, well, I suppose like to say they're fans, who aren't fans, can still pay fans to, you know, help them produce something that's at least written well or at least written true to the source material. That's what I hate. I hate it when you've got someone who comes in, claims that they're a fan, doesn't know anything about it, says they're not reading any source material, and then goes, well, you know, I made an amazing show and, you know, the fans will love it. And it's like, no, they won't love it if you broke rules. You know, they won't love it if you've made it your own. If you want to write your own story, go out and make your own thing. Stop going into something you know nothing about and you clearly don't give a fuck about. Do you make something inferior? Just make something good. You know, make something true. 2120, whoops. Ah, no worries. I've still never seen the first Alien movie. Really? Jesus, I've seen the first one. I mean, the first and second, don't get me wrong, Alien films scare me. I can't watch them. Again, it's because I'm not very good with horrors. But I won't ever watch The Thing again. That was one of the scariest horror films I've ever seen in my life, and I won't watch it again. If you're going to watch any of them, definitely Alien's so good. And Experienced Ripley is a badass. She is, to be fair. One of the first female badasses on movies, which is, you know, kudos to Sigourney Weaver, absolutely. Mad respect. I have to say that. Mad respect on her. Yeah, I thought so. Look, she's missing an eye.
You're safe now.
This is Clive's Chocobo, isn't it?
White heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy?
Of course he does. Don't you recognise her? Look at her eye. Her eye's gone.
That scar.
Yeah.
It couldn't be.
It is. Shit. Oh. Ambrosia, mate. Ambrosia. She lived.
You survived.
She was protecting the other chockies. She has.
Oi! Is it over?
She's a chocobo that protects people.
I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on.
We saved her.
Oh, you sorted the bastards then.
They croaked like the pieces of shit they were. You don't hurt chocobos with me around.
And the whole
I say that as someone who was killing chocobos like long ago because they were, well, attacking me mostly.
And not only that.
But then again, I didn't enjoy it. I never did enjoy fighting chocobos. I never do. Chocobos are one of my favourite things. I don't like hurting them. I only thought those ones didn't have any choice.
Well,
They're
I'll
attacking
be.
me.
I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount.
She is.
No, I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself.
Does that mean we get her as a chocobo to ride?
Must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
He was.
Oh no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
And chockies.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon.
Yeah. What about the other chockies, though?
Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
Okay. I wish Xbox would let me stream Silent Hill Homecoming. Oh, it won't, will it? Love it. I actually have a friend who is making an Alien fan novel, and he's tied it to Terminator, Event Horizon, Predator, so many franchises. It was actually super neat to read. It's still canon too. I had Homecoming on PSP. Man, I missed that game. What one's that? Is that after 2 or 3 or what?
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She sure does.
Indeed. How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides.
True that.
Don't you worry. We'll get along just fine without her.
Good for you, buddy.
You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you.
Oh, hang on a minute.
That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No.
Oh, this was the dick from before.
A bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll
Yeah,
be
funny
the
how you treated him like
excitement
shit
getting
back
to
then,
me.
eh?
Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
Funny how nice you can be when a fucking mark ain't on someone's face, isn't it, prick, eh?
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Look after the flock, Ambrosia. Boom. I haven't played it yet. I'm thinking of starting it tonight. Oh, good for you, Goj. I'm on a bit of a survival horror kick right now with Dead Space 2. Yeah, I go through phases like that. There's times where I'm like, I could really murder a bit of Silent Hill, and I play it for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, I can't play it. I can't play it. I was doing the same with Resident Evil. I was like, I'm going to do a playthrough of Resident Evil, and I had to do a whole playthrough, but I was terrified every time I was doing it. I'm an absolute wimp when it comes to that shit. Alien Isolation is the scariest horror survival game I've played recently. I couldn't finish it. My heart started hurting. So Alien Isolation, that's where you're walking around with no weapons, isn't it? Fucking hell. I couldn't do that. I know it came out after 2, but I'm not sure where it is canonically. Alien Isolation, I'm pretty sure that's a prequel. Actually, isn't it happening during the events of... No, actually, isn't it after the first Alien game film? I think you've got the Alien film. Sigourney Weaver disappears in space, and then they get her daughter to go and look for her. And then when the second game starts, you find that... No, second film, sorry, starts. You find that her daughter, like, died of old age or something while she was in cryostasis or some shit. At least that's how I remember it. I could be wrong. Angie's more of a master than me. And the second game's coming out in 2028. There's a second game. Jesus. Okay, I don't know how they're going to set that, but okay. Can you play in spurts because I get so scared I can't even do I can't even play it. I won't be able to play that at all. Ambrosia's Tack, Curiosity, a bespoke Saddlehorn binders one by Clive Childed Chocobo, Ambrosia Quare. How could that? He gave us scraps of leather, didn't he? Okay, whatever. Oh no, these are ones just displayed in Clive's chambers. Okay, that's cool. So they're not actually on the Chocobo. I've got the Chocobo! Chocobo unlocked! There we go. Mount up. After 18 long years, Clive has finally been rid of his faithful steed. Hold R3Y in the field to summon Ambrosia. And X to mount the Chocobo. Ambrosia! Oh, yes! Hee hee hee! Hee 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 hee! Hee hee! Oh! I wish we could glide. Oh, yeah, we can glide a little bit. Oh, it does look cool. Look at that. They made the Chocobo super tall in this one. I swear to God. Look at the size of them. They're bigger than Clive. Right. Okay. Can't help it. Can't help it, okay? I like Chocobos. It's not a lot I can do about it. It's a trait. I need it. I need Chocobos. Quee, quee, quee. I'd like to invite Jill to my chambers. Alright. Anyway.
You deserve a rest.
You deserve a rest, Chocky. Thank you very much. Funny, Jill vanishes when you're on the back of the Chocobo. Does she get one? I'm not sure if I saw her on the Chocobo. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. It's been 3 hours. We've gone over a little bit, actually, but it doesn't matter. Thank you for stopping by and keeping me company. It really does mean a lot. Thank you, Officially Captured, for stopping by. DM, Mr. X, Ange, Cinnamorph, thanks for stopping by too. Cloud Dizzle, Dr. Cloud, thanks for stopping by too, mate. And anyone else who gave me a view, it really does mean a lot. And as always, if you enjoy my content, please throw a like and subscribe my ways. It really does help my channel grow and flourish. Alternatively, find me on Twitter at @LastStitch, posting various news and updates. And with that said, well, see you guys for more Final Fantasy 16 on Wacky Wednesday, which will be... when are we doing it? The 13th of August. So, you know, not long. Not long. Another 3-hour sesh. Sorry we haven't got much progress today, but again, it's because I've been enjoying chatting with all of you. So, you know, you have yourselves to blame. But yes, thank you everyone for chatting with me. It really does mean a lot. As well as anyone else who gave me a view. I really do appreciate it. You are correct. Well, I do try. I'm correct in so few things nowadays. It's very difficult to know. Peace out, my good people. Have a great rest of your night, Goji. You too, Cinnamorph. You have a good one, mate. You have a good one, Ange. I appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping by. It was good to see you again. Let me know when you're going to stream, because I'll do everything in my power to get there. And yes, let me know how you're getting on with Death Stranding. I really am curious. I love hearing about people playing Death Stranding. I just can't help it. It's one of those crack games. Anyway, yes, have a good one, guys, and I will see you on Wednesday for more. Other than that, I will see you on Friday for more art, if you're up for that over on Twitch. Again, details can be found below. Other than that, look after yourselves, guys. Have a lovely Tuesday. I'll see you on Wednesday. Thanks a lot. Take care, guys. Bye.